tails, you have won the toss.
All right, so Jackson has won the toss, and they've deferred. So, hey, Jack, you'll get your wishes there. Callaway will be starting on offense.
I like it. I like it a lot. We're right here getting ready for this ballgame to start. We'll go over that Callaway offense in just a moment. Right now, let's take our last break before we get this thing kicked off right here on 96.9, 1240 on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com.
It's tough out there, trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one. It means cutting cost, and one of the best places to start is at the office of State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve, up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Matt Orr a call today, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card.
Ownership. Looking to take advantage of great mortgage rates? Contact Brandon Brooks at Statewide Mortgage by calling 706-302-7638 or visit him online at statewidemortgagega.com. That's Statewide Mortgage, and talk to Brandon Brooks at 706-302-7638 or on the web at www.statewidemortgagega.com. NMLS 1002584.
Greg Higgs down the field. And guys, as we're getting ready to kick this off, something that just strikes me as I look across the band for Jackson has not been able to travel with them. They're not here. And that happens a lot of times now in high school sports as budgets are going down and really the cost of everything has gone up.
Right.
A lot of times things like the band, they just don't have the funds to transport them there.
And, that may be one reason the numbers on the football team is low.
Yep.
Uniforms cost, you have, so you don't really know, and it's a shame to see that because you got kids out here really, the band works hard, and they deserve to be able to go on the road trips and show what they can do. But the cheerleaders are here, so and it looks like maybe 10, 15 people over there, Jack, and I'm not sure some of those aren't Callaway fans, but again, a thin crowd over there. But you run into that. But Cavaliers are busting through. I was going to ask you and Greg, you ever known a team to defer and the other team play defense? Have you ever seen that? Greg, have you ever seen that?
Hey, there's 27 fans in the stands over there. I just counted them.
Greg, have you ever noticed that? Like if a team defers, like just now, Jackson won the toss, deferred to Callaway. Have you ever seen a team, what if Callaway had decided, okay, we want to play defense? Have you ever seen that?
It's called concession to start with. That's what I see.
Okay. All right. I don't guess I can remember seeing a team want to go on. Most time when you lose the toss, you receive the football. But
unless you're a team whose defense has scored more than your offense.
But if you defer, that's right. You think about it, if you defer the choice, okay, I don't want the choice. You have the choice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the Cavaliers are looking to get off to a fast start, and number 4 there, Godwin, can certainly put them on the board in a flash.
You'll have Michael Moss, who caught a touchdown last week against Harris County, along with Cedric Maynard. Maynard had a great game last week.
Great ball game. You're right, Jack.
Hey, we're looking here. Callaway in all red, festive coming tonight, 2013.
All right, we're about to kick it off right here live from Callaway Stadium. The fans are up on their feet. The band's fired up. There's a little drum roll there to get things going.
I believe that's number 9 for Jackson. Going to kick off number 9, JaVale Hardney. So we're ready to play, Jack.
Here we go. He checks his line, makes his way towards the ball, and just a little short kick across the 30. And I think one of them broke the plane before the ball was kicked, so they'll bring that back.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. We saw that from up here. They were offsides on the kick.
So they'll walk it up 5 yards, or actually walk it back 5 yards.
Hey, question.
Go ahead.
A little trivia. I'm all about trivia tonight.
Well, you've been reading again, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit. So we back the ball up 5. So now does it have to go 15 or 10?
I'll say 10.
I'm going to say it's still going to go 15.
10. Just checking, y'all.
Okay. Well. I'm just going to pick that like Tony picks.
Is he going to test us all night?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought I was right.
The great thing is that I got a microphone here. I can cut him off.
Hey, I just checked with Side. He said 10.
Side just said 10. All right. So that's what you getting this from him. All right, there's a high kick. They're going to just pooch it over to the sideline.
Wow, I believe Jackson's going to get on that one.
They may do it.
Oops.
And the Cavaliers were really not looking for a true onside kick, and that was what it was there at Jackson. Is actually going to get on it, and they're going to get the ball across the 50 to the 48-yard line.
Well, the Cavaliers get to play defense first anyway, so hopefully we'll get them out there. But you got to like the call. I don't know if it was planned or he just missed it, but it worked out great for Jackson as they opened up their first drive on the Callaway side of the 50 on the 49-yard line.
We talked about that last night, that a lot of these teams are short kicking the ball. And the first kick that was a little short, that kick looked a little bit more on the outside side, and they get it, and here we go. They put trips to the far side, quarterback along the backfield, and we're going to jump off sides and give them 5 to start the ball game.
All right, 2 penalties in the ball game. We haven't had the first play. Well, technically, we hadn't had the first offensive play. We've actually had a play with a kickoff.
You're exactly right, Greg. Well,
emotions are high and adrenaline's flowing, and Deion Smith there trying to get a jump on the snap count, just a little bit too anxious. So, going to set up first down at 5.
So here we go. They're going to try it again. The reset is 1st and 5 now. There's a snap. He's going to back up the pass. Looking. Got some Cavaliers around. He's going to have to run the ball. Steps up the field and is brought down quickly by the Cavaliers' number 8. That's LeBron Zalea.
Good job that time in the secondary by the Cavaliers as they covered up their man. The quarterback, number 14, Keenan Moore, had nowhere to go with the football. And Zalea and also number 20 there for the Cavaliers, Lorenzo Patterson, in on the tackle.
As is the case with many teams, they don't huddle. Look to the sideline and go get their call. Kind of a short trips on the far side. Wide receiver to this near side. Shotgun snap. Quarterback's going to back up the pass. Looking. He's going to throw it across the middle. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage there as Keyshawn Freeman was right there on top of number 10, the intended receiver, Jaquan Swain.
And that was that throw was a little bit behind him. Again, good pressure by the Cavaliers there on that play. And the throw was a little bit behind the receiver. And LeBron Zalea there from his linebacking spot to make sure the ball was not caught. So brings up 3rd down and about 3, I think, for Jackson there, Jack.
A long 3, exactly.
Guys, down here on the field, Tony, you appreciate it as a defensive player. You try to start getting the feel for it. And looks like we've got a timeout by Jackson.
All right, so very early in the ballgame, Jackson calls a timeout. No score, 11-20 left to go in the first quarter of play. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. We're still in the first quarter of play. Our first timeout just a moment ago as Jackson calls that. They've got the ball 3rd down and 3. The quarterback's going to take it. Again, another pass where he's hit as he throws the ball, and he is hit hard. Oh, my goodness gracious.
That was a good pressure right there. And the defensive backs have no better friend than a good pass rush, and that was number 10, Keyshawn Freeman, and also number 20, Lorenzo Patterson from his tackle position. Really brought good pressure, and they were a big reason that pass was incomplete.
As I was saying earlier, you get down on the field and you just start sizing things up. The first 3 plays, it's like, really? And I think Callaway is just kind of getting the feel for it. I think you're probably going to see some big defensive plays tonight as you just saw. But I'm talking about in the tune of maybe a linebacker intercepting, maybe a little quick pick 6 on a little stab pass. I just sense that from a defensive standpoint.
All right, Terry Godwin's back deep for the Callaway Cavaliers. Waiting for the punt. There's the snap. Steps up and get it off. High kick, not very long. But hit down about the 20. Take a Jackson bounce. Now back towards the Cavaliers. They need to get out of the way. And the Callaway offense will come and take the ball 1st and 10 at about the 21-yard line.
Good defensive stand for the Cavaliers on that opening drive. The coaches really have to be excited about that opening drive. They played with a lot of intensity and brought a lot of pressure and played with some emotion. And I think that's what they were looking for. Jack, coming off the Harris County loss last week. And, now offensively what you want to do is take this ball down and get 6 points.
Yep. Tez comes from the sideline. They do huddle. They break from the huddle, make their way to the line of scrimmage. Nice huddle. A nice hustle as they come off the line. Terry Godwin's going to split wide to this near side. I formation behind the quarterback, Parks. Parks takes the snap, turns. Going to hand the ball off right into the line, and man, we're going already to the 30, still down the field. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
That's Devon Rosser on one of the bread and butter plays for the Cavaliers. Last week he was not able to get going at all, and tonight on his first carry he rips off about 30 yards and sets the Cavaliers up near midfield.
And they're already calling the play. They're ready to roll. They sense it now, guys.
Yeah, they were a little soft. Jackson was on that first play. Parks, again, going to run the option, going to keep it, going around the corner. Nice block on the outside. He's going to get down to the 40-yard line, and he'll get another first down.
Good job on the corner that time by number 5, Petey Leverett, as he was able to block the defensive back. Tez ran the ball after about an 11-yard gain, and the Cavaliers are quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the eye for the Cavaliers. Rosser in at the fullback. Slot to the right side. Parks under center. Backs up and quickly hands it off to Rosser. Rosser picking his way through. Gets down inside close to the 30-yard line, and really like the way he runs.
Good job that time again by the offensive line. The Cavaliers, number 53 center Josh Williams, left guard Devin Powell, right guard Brandon Sutton opened up a big hole again. That favorite little trap play of the Cavaliers, and so far Devon Rosser's off to a good start.
Wide splits on the 4-man front, and they're going to actually jump off sides. I think that's going to be against them. What Greg, what's it look like from down there?
I was walking behind the players. I just didn't quite see it, but I did hear the whistle, though.
I think you're right there, Jack. I believe the Jaguars were just
outside linebacker.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They split him a little bit farther out. They're running kind of a 4-man front, but they're stepping out that near side defensive end, trying to pinch down inside. 97 is a big old boy.
Jack, it'll be 57 is a grown man. Yeah. He's got some potential. Yeah,
that 5 was stretched out so much I thought it was a 9.
And they got good size down there, but it'll be interesting to keep up with the number of players that Jackson can play tonight to offset this fast-paced offense so far.
Right back to the eye for Parks. He'll go under center. He'll take the snap, roll out. He's going to fake the handoff. Nice block in the back.
Got him.
Field and just missed his intended receiver, but what a great job of keeping Parks safe by his running back there. Rosser did a tremendous job of blocking the oncoming guy from Jackson.
You guys talking about 57 being a grown boy. I tell you what, he just kind of stood up and laid on the center. So he might be winded already with this fast-paced offense, and it's unfortunate when we had 6 points right there, guys.
Petey Leverett broke open there late, and unfortunately the ball was a little overthrown, but we'll have another opportunity here.
Parks back under center. Going to run the option. He's going to keep it. Takes the handoff to Rosser. Gets down inside the 10. Still on his feet. Down to the 5. Spinning around. He's going to get down inside the 5 to about 2. And a tremendous job of running again by the quarterback, Tez Parks.
And it looks like the Cavaliers can do that most of the night, Jack, when they get on that corner. Tez Parks again with great effort as he's shown all year. And boy, when he gets inside that 5-yard line, he smells that goal.
Oh, he does. He likes that right side going down there. He's going to reverse out. Hand the ball to the tailback. He's going to fight inside. Get to about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, a little play off the left side there. Left tackle Harley Tabor doing a good job. Good job that time by Jackson as they get a little penetration and hold the Cavaliers out of the end zone. But they're set up second down inside the 1-yard line.
Second and goal. Culpepper in as the tailback. Rosser ahead of him as the fullback. He'll split a man wide left and right. Parks will go under center to the eye behind him. Takes the snap. Turns. Hands the ball to Rosser, who's going to go in for the Cavalier score.
Good job on the right side that time by sophomore tackle over there, number 56 for the Cavaliers, Courtney Lay. And again, big Brandon Sutton, senior right guard. Josh Williams doing a good job there from the center position. Cavaliers take their opening possession, go about 80 yards, Jack. Put 6 points on the board.
79. It was on the 21 we started.
With the point after to come by Chase Freeman.
Freeman set to attempt the point after touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that kick had plenty on it. Make them have to try for a field goal later on tonight. 7-0 is your score. Callaway Cavaliers strike first here at homecoming 2013 for the Callaway Cavaliers. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football, 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Key of LaGrange. We take pride in serving our customers. There are no gimmicks or tricks to get you in.
To interrupt, I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760. Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760. That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
At Eagle1023.com.
Callaway set to kick the ball off. They'll be moving right to left on your radio dial. 9:13 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 your score. Callaway leading right now. There's the kick.
That's Hunter Milliman doing the kickoff.
Nice job.
Kick.
All the way down inside the 5. They'll bring it down from there to the 15 to the 20. Finds the seam, gets across the 25, close to the 30-yard line, and that's where Jackson will have it first and 10.
Good return that time by the Jaguars. Number 1 there, Quintavious Monday on the return. Fielded that ball just inside his 5 and got it back out across the 25. So Jackson will have their second offensive possession at about the 28-yard line of the Cavaliers.
Guys, I don't know if I saw them with a running play in that first series. I think every one was a pass to them.
Looks like they went to 5 wides on every play. So I guess that's an attempt. That's their offense. That's what they do. That's their identity. And, it helps spread the defense out. So you could probably expect to see some quick traps and some quick runs later on, Jack.
57, I just want to talk about guys going both ways. He's your right tackle, so he's going to be winded about halftime.
So here comes Jackson, back on the shotgun. Quarterback's going to back up, looking, going to have some pressure, going to flushed out on the left side, throws the ball downfield. He's got a couple of receivers there, but it's going to fall incomplete. Pass intended for number 1, Quintavious Monday.
Got a real late flag coming in. I'm not sure if that's a late hit on the quarterback or what. That was well after the play
personal
was over.
Foul.
Grounding.
Potential grounding.
Okay.
Well, no, it's a personal foul against Callaway.
But
he didn't call it. Yeah, and
right.
That wasn't roughing a passer. They actually just rubbed him on the back and laid him down. And
eased him down to the ground.
Yeah. That's the most yards they gained all night, guys.
So that's a penalty against Callaway.
I'm not sure who that was on. Looked like maybe the right end over there, number 14. Number 14 for the Cavaliers, Deion Smith. But, again, that could have been the same one where Freddie Freeman was mistakenly thrown out the other night. Greg, I don't know if you guys saw that on the Braves game.
I did.
Yeah.
Back to the shotgun for Jackson. The quarterback's going to take it. Going to go quick out. And we're going to hit him just as he hit. Let's go the ball.
Wow, what a great play on the corner over there. I believe that's number 6 over there, Eddie Culpepper.
He's
arrived at the time, about the time the ball did, and it was incomplete pass.
If he had turned his head just a little to the left, he could have picked that ball out of the air and been gone.
Well, I was just thinking about that, Jack. But sometimes you just have to sacrifice for the team. You're not interested in picking off. You want to hit that sucker, and you want everybody in the fans to see it, and the stands to see it.
That was a great play over there that time.
You would like to pick it off and run it in for 6 too, though. There's the snap. Quarterback again, almost the same plate. And he's going to try to reverse his field, trying to find something. He's reversing again. This is, again, Monday going around the left side, and Monday loses the ball, but goes out of bounds on the far side.
Good job that time by the Cavaliers. Again, number 5, Petey Leverett, stayed at home over there and was, along with Eddie Culpepper, number 6, as they did a good job as the running back ran about 30 yards and only picked up about 1. So a good job of lane control there by the Cavaliers on defense.
You do realize that they haven't run the ball all night, and
hadn't run the ball at all. You're exactly right, Greg. 8:19 left to go. This first quarter, 7-0. Callaway Cavaliers leading. Cavaliers have been in the backfield quite a bit. There's the snap. The quarterback's going to back up the pass. Got some pressure. Going to throw over the heads of everybody. Picked off by the Cavaliers.
That's number 2 there for the Cavaliers, Ed Daniel.
So Daniel could get down to the 40-yard line after the reception. And that's a big play for the Cavaliers, and they'll have the ball first and 10 from there.
Good job that time by the Cavaliers. Kept the quarterback in the pocket. Just didn't see free safety Ed Daniel. Left the ball high over the middle, and as we all know, if you leave the ball high over the middle, it'll get intercepted 9 times out of 10.
In fact, he kind of jumped up and kind of lobbed it over the line. And they stepped up really nice. Great job by the secondary, understanding that this team is going to pass the ball quite a bit. They've definitely risen to the occasion. Great pressure, and they've had a nice coverage as well. As we're going to split a man wide to this near side. That's Petey Leverett. Back to the I for the Cavaliers. As Parks will go under center with a tight end to his left and right. Fakes the first handoff, and Culpepper's going to spin, make his way down, and get back. Actually, going to be short of the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple there.
Good job that time by Jackson on defense as they got good penetration. Tried a little counterplay in the backfield there, and the timing was thrown off because of the penetration of the defensive line there. Number 50 there also on Ja'Cory Duffy did a good job from his defensive tackle. Threw the play for about a 2-yard loss.
So 2nd and 12 for the Cavaliers. Godwin will bring the play in from the sideline. Number 17, Nick Woodyard, will roll off the field. They'll send Terry Godwin to the far side, back to the I for the Cavaliers. Play P. Leverett back to this near side. Parks will check his line, go under center. Takes the snap, rolls out. They're really firing a lot of people at the line. A good complete pass out to Godwin, who's still on his feet. Fights off 4 or 5 guys, and finally they bring him down, but it took about 4 or 5 of them to do it.
Nice looking offensive play there. The Cavaliers faked the option to the right side. Parks went down the line of scrimmage, stood up and found Terry Godwin breaking free across the middle for about a 20-yard gain.
And, guys, tonight is the kind of night that Godwin can really have a good game that has the potential to really putting up some big numbers.
They run right by Culpepper. Culpepper fights his way down across the 25-yard line to the 23. That's a really nice defensive play. It's almost like a little a draw play almost. As he backs up there after Parks thinking he's going to throw the ball, and quickly he hands off.
Well, Coach Napier's doing a good job of mixing the plays, mixing up the run and the pass. And the Cavaliers right now have got Jackson on their heels. And, Greg, you might mention there's some hands on their hips already out there. And, this pace right here has got to be tough on the numbers for Jackson.
So back to the line of scrimmage for the Cavaliers. Back to the I. Parks will hand the ball from the line. Not a whole lot there. Bring up third down.
One thing I've noticed, Jack, it looks like that the Jaguars have brought 8 people down into the box to try to stop the Cavalier run and try to force the Cavaliers to throw the ball. So Cavaliers are going to have to come up with some ways to loosen up that defense because they're outnumbered in the box there.
It's funny that you say that. I was just noticing on that particular play how they're just, if they could throw 9 or 10, they would, it looks like.
Well, they're trusting their cornerbacks one-on-one against 2 pretty good wide receivers. So they must have a lot of confidence in their DBs.
Dante Lindsay will be the wide receiver to this near side. Godwin on the far side. Parks going to run a reverse. It's going to be Godwin who's going to try to get to the corner. They're trying to drag him down, and just by a shirt tail do they bring him down.
And that's a great play by number 7 there for Jackson from his linebacker, Therese Nolan. Great job of staying at home, didn't go for the play fake. If Godwin could have got around him, he had a lot of room to run. But, again, let's give number 7 credit there. Great job by him.
I got the sense that on this particular series, the Cavaliers are just, each series takes their own identity, and it just seems like the heart's not right there right now. Let's if we get some positive yardage, we're reversing it. We're not running the ball hard right now.
4th and 9. Parks going to fake the handoff, roll to his right, looking downfield, has a man there complete at the 15.
That's Godwin over there, I believe, Jack.
Godwin spins around, gets down to the 13-yard line. There's your first down. That's a lot of heart there, Greg.
Wide open out there. A little comeback pass about 15 yards. And good throw by Tez Parks. Squared his shoulders to the line of scrimmage. Threw it on the run, put it right on the numbers. And Terry did a good job of catching the ball for the first down.
That running game really set that up as well because they ball all over the fake. Parks was able to reverse out and get out there to the right side. So again, take the snap. Go right down the line. He'll keep it. Pitch the ball. Going to go around the left side to the 5. Touchdown for the Callaway Cavaliers.
Jack, they're going to get the touchdown there from Petey Leverett, I believe. But number 5 there for the Cavaliers. I'm sorry, Eddie Culpepper. Petey Leverett from his wide receiver position just pancaked the defensive back and allowed that touchdown to happen. So a good team effort right there.
Interesting. You made a good point, Tony. Leverett he put him hand on and went right around the corner. That he actually set up a wall. He could have run for days on that. Nice block by Leverett.
Chase Freeman on the 10th point after touchdown snap. Hold kick is up. And that kick is good. With 4:34 left to go in this first quarter play, 14-0 is your score. Callaway Cavaliers leading this one. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football, 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. And that's why State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually lives on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange at 706-882-9324 and put the life back in life insurance.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back to Callaway Football. As Callaway's going to kick the ball off again. Right there from the 40, there it goes. A nice high kick. A little shorter this time. Taken. It's going to bounce up and be picked up by Jackson. And we're going to swarm him at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Jackson Jaguars will have it 1st and 10.
Good coverage by the Cavaliers that time. Number 21 down there, R.J. Williams on the coverage. You know, Jack, before we went to break, you and I were talking. One of the areas that the Callaway Cavaliers wanted to improve on had been their kicking game. They'd had some struggles with their extra points and not a lot of consistency. Well, one of the changes they made tonight, Chase Freeman's getting an opportunity to kick the extra points. Hunter Milliman is still doing the job kicking off because of his big leg. So far, so good. That's one area where we can see right offhand, and it's paying dividends for the Cavaliers tonight.
Jackson huddles up on the far sideline, breaks the huddle there, and then makes their way onto the field. So he'll go straight to the line of scrimmage. They'll be moving left to right as you're looking at your radio dial with 4:29 left to go in the first quarter. 14-0 your score. Callaway Cavaliers leading this one. Back to the shotgun. Quarterback's all by himself out there. He's going to throw it out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 11.
Jermaine Perkins there on the right side. Jack, that's just the case right there. The quarterback got in a little bit of a hurry. I think the pressure that the Cavaliers have brought so far in the first quarter got him a little bit nervous back there. He just hadn't been able to get his feet set and step into the throw.
I think he's going to get more and more pressure as the night goes on because these guys are hungry for a sack.
Well, they haven't given the Cavaliers any reason to expect a run so far.
Cavaliers show blitz. They come right after the quarterback, and they're going to nail it in the backfield at the 15-yard line.
I believe that's number 10, Keyshawn Freeman from his linebacker position. Good job up front as the defensive line absorbed the blockers, and number 10, Keyshawn Freeman had a clear path to the quarterback.
Yeah, it's almost like a running play, guys. You have a guy that's going to lead block for you, and Keyshawn came right through the hole and makes a tackle.
That's right.
And he didn't want to get off the ground, but when he finally did, he was very frustrated, not talking to his teammates.
So now quarterbacks usually don't like that. Almost look like when the coach is mad at the quarterback during the practice, and he tells the line to just lay down and let the defense go get him. It's a lot like that. Not that coaches would ever do that, but there's the snap back to the quarterback again. He's going to look throughout to the flats and way overthrow his intended receiver. I tell you what, he's shaking up, guys.
Yeah, you could tell doesn't have a lot of confidence in his offensive line yet. He's really rushing the throws. He's had some receivers open in the flat. Don't know how much yardage they would have been able to gain, but again, you know, Jack, until Jackson gives the Cavaliers an idea that they might run the ball, the Cavaliers just going to tee off and bring everybody every time, and it's going to be tough for Jackson to block all those people.
I think we're looking at just a man coverage out there, so they've been hadn't had to run down the field very far. They've been right there inside 5-10 yards. Godwin will be back deep, and a penalty flag is thrown. Let's see what this is.
That's a delay of game, I believe, there, Jack.
It is, guys, and the clocks, the play clock's not running on the field, so a little bit to a disadvantage. And it seemed kind of quick to me, but that is a delay of game. It'll back it up to almost the 10-yard line. And interesting now, the punter's going to be 2 yards deep in the end zone, so you never know.
There's a rule we need to check on, Greg, is that last night in the first region game for Troop, they did have the play clocks going. Do they not do that in AAA? What's the story there? We'll have to find out.
All right, now we're going to mark it off against Callaway. Okay.
All right, I've never seen a defense call a delay game.
That might have been an illegal substitution on the defense.
Either that or the band was playing. A lot of times when the opposing team has the ball and the band's loud, but they normally get a warning first, though.
We will guess at just about anything on this broadcast. We really don't know a whole lot. Low snap.
But we can speculate with the best of
them.
You
better believe it. It's going to be a kick goes to the right side, takes a Cavalier bounce back to the 42. And that's what the Callaway Cavaliers will have at 1st and 10, and that'll be inside of Jackson territory.
Great field position again for the Cavaliers as they set up shop. Still in the first quarter with 3:22 to go and already up 14-0. Opportunity here right now for the Cavaliers to take it down, get some points, and really separate themselves early in this ball game.
Listen, we got some qualified folks, Dan. LaGrange Fire Department said that they had too many men on the field for Callaway.
All right,
and I believe him.
Well, see, I couldn't see the referee from where I was standing, and you saw his indication. Of course, I thought one of his indications was grounding the ball, and that was roughing the passer, so what do I know? We've only been doing this 20 years. Come on. Slide to the right. I formation. Parks going to roll out. Keeping the ball, looking, stays in the pocket. Flushed out to the right side, looking downfield. He's going to throw all the way towards the end zone. He's got a man there. Caught. Nice duck. Is in for a touchdown for the Cavaliers. Man, that's backyard football, guys.
Boy, I tell you, that's a great individual effort right there by Tez Parks. He felt pressure in the pocket, was able to avoid the sack, and then found Terry Godwin down the middle of the field one-on-one, and that's a mismatch for anybody right there. That was a great play by Terry, all hands. If you notice, Jack, he caught that ball in his hands. He didn't rest it against his body. Yep. He caught that ball and ducked under a tackle and went in for the score. Put the Cavaliers up by a score of 20-0.
And Tony, you mentioned he ducked under. That's just good athletic ability and being aware of the fact that you know that guy's right on you. And if you guys can watch it on Ustream, man, you need to take a look at that. That's a good-looking move.
Well, we gave Chase Freeman the kiss of death as he missed his third attempt tonight, but as it glanced off the goalpost there. But a good job by the Cavaliers to come out and score quickly. Still a lot of time in the first quarter, Jack.
Great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football.
Ball is well kicked by the Cavaliers all the way down to the 5. Nice return by Jackson as they're going to get across the 20. Open space in front of him at the 40, 50. And finally going to be brought down.
Good job by the kicker, Hunter Milliman there. The only one left to save a touchdown, and that's exactly what he did.
He is fired up, too.
And Brandon Brooks over there, our PA announcer, is really excited over there as he gets to call Hunter's name. But great job that time by Hunter. Good job by Jackson as they set up a wall over there and got a good return.
I don't know if it's so much a tackler just being at the right place at the right time, but he did it. Saved a
No, that was good.
It looked like a good form tackle. He put his head right on his numbers and took it to the ground. So
I like it.
Always be ready.
You never know what's coming. The quarterback, Moore, is going to be back in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off to his tailback, number 11, Perkins. Perkins will get down inside the 45-yard line to about the 42.
And Jack, that didn't look like much, but if you look down there, picked up 4 yards, and it's not a negative play. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way that Jackson's going to be able to keep some of that pressure off the quarterback if they expect him to be able to complete some throws downfield.
So Jackson will huddle a little bit, kind of a huddle. But guys, I'm watching them already as they just walk their way to the line of scrimmage. No real fire. No, got to get up there, got to get ready. Going to run a slot to this near side. They better hurry up and get a delay call here. Quarterback Moore will take the shotgun snap. He's going to run the ball straight up the field. He's met by about 6 Callaway Cavaliers as he gets to the 40.
Picked up again about 3 or 4 yards there, and it brings up a third down and a manageable 3 or 4 here. So, a good job by the Jackson coaches over there trying to negate some of that pressure from the Cavaliers and turn to the run a little bit on this drive. So far, so good for Jackson.
Ball rests just over the 40-yard line. Jackson will huddle up again. They're going to roll some guys on and off the field, trying to get a few fresh legs in there. And as we mentioned, that right now Callaway's had 3 possessions. They got a touchdown in every possession so far in this ball game. Moore, the quarterback for Jackson, takes the shotgun snap again, hands the ball to his tailback. He's going to try to get to the corner, and he's going to be tackled behind the 40, behind the line of scrimmage. And a wonderful effort that time by number 11, Dre Martin.
That's a good job by Dre Martin, even though we got a flag down over here, and he was actually mauled by the wide receiver. Probably going to have a holding call. Cavaliers will probably decline this and bring up a 4th down.
Yep, they're exactly right. Mikey drew it up, man.
Well, you could see that from up here. I was waiting for the flag to come out. The official on the side here was right in front of him, and so an easy call. When you see those jerseys stretch and people hands that they don't let them go, that's a pretty easy call there, Jack. 4th down and 4 looks like Jackson's going to go for it, and you can't really blame them here.
No, I think everywhere they're on the field is 4-down territory just about. 1:21 left to go in this first quarter. Trips to the far side. They're going to jump off sides before the play even takes off.
And we got a timeout by the Cavaliers.
All right. I think maybe we were about to get another penalty for that, so we had too many people on the field. Let's take a quick.
With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange can help you get to a better state, because he'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back as Jackson's going to complete a pass.
Ball's on the ground.
The ball.
Looks like Jackson fell on it again, though.
Yep.
Jackson's first down there, Jack.
The receiver out there, Jaquan Swain, is going to actually get on the ball. He was caught out there, and he's running around. Good job by the Cavaliers after the catch, but that's maybe the second reception by the Jaguars so far tonight.
And a good job that time by the quarterback, standing in the pocket, had a little time to find his receiver, and he broke open across the middle. And again, a nice-looking little drive here by Jackson.
Cavaliers got to give him some time to think about that play. They'll take advantage of it. They're going to put 2 backs in the backfield beside the quarterback. So the formation we have not seen yet, and Kelly's going to be all over the tailback, number 11, who's still going to fight his way, but he's going to lose about 3 on that one. That's Jermaine Perkins again.
Tried a little quick draw there, and the Cavaliers smelled it out, did a good job of holding it to basically no gain there, but the pressure is still there. The Cavaliers are still bringing a lot of people, and so far, Jackson, until that play right there, done a good job of handling that pressure, but Cavaliers did a good job of stuffing that run right there.
A little score update into the second quarter down in Columbus. LaGrange is leading Shaw 16-0. Looks like they're on their way to their first win of the season.
That'll be a good one for them. Going to back up to pass. Quarterback's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Goes to the left side and going to run out of bounds.
Going to be short of the first down over there, I believe, guys.
But that will be the end of the first quarter as the buzzer sounds. 20-0 is the score for the Callaway Cavaliers. Jackson's driving down the field. We'll tell you more when we come back as we've played one here at Callaway Stadium. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football here at Homecoming.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down? People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge. Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose. Let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp about a car loan that could save you hundreds.
Lorenzo had a great opening night against Heard County. Kind of been missing in action the last couple of weeks, but he's definitely showed up to play tonight.
So after that, actually that was fourth down. So they're going to turn it over on downs. Right. I wasn't paying attention. My bad, guys.
Well, Jack, at 20-0 so far, Jackson has not shown any indication that they can slow the Cavaliers down. No. So whether Callaway gets the ball on the 10-yard line or on the 47 where it is now, you kind of expect that, like you said, for the rest of the night, for Jackson to go for it on fourth down.
So from their own 47, Callaways will set up shop there, back to the I. Man split wide left and right. And Parks is going to spin around and can keep it on the option. And actually he's going to trip himself up, but not before he gets to the 40-yard line.
But Jack, you look down there before the snap and you see 8 men again in the box. And once Parks broke that initial line of scrimmage, there was nobody there. No. And so he tried to make a cut, and the 37-yard line got him. So, but a good job, 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers.
One of the former Goodyear radios there in the field. Going to get him, and we're going to hand the ball off, and they're going to read that out pretty well. Culpepper's going to lose yardage back to the 48-yard line.
Number 36 that time. I don't have a name for him, but he did a good job. If he keeps making those tackles, he'll have his name on the roster here. I don't have him on here, Jack.
We got the multiple rosters. I think there are 4 or 5 of them from them. It's 36. That's San Juan Harris.
Yeah, okay, I got the carbon copy. I didn't have his name on here, so I'm glad you bailed me out of that one. But he did a good job from his linebacker spot on that one. Big loss on kept from first down, brings up about 2nd and 16.
Parks will go to the shotgun for the first time tonight. Slot to the left side. Fakes the handoff. Going to keep it. Going to try to get around one guy on the far side. He escapes one, but he doesn't elude the second tackler. As he can get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
That was our man number 36 again there, Jack, on the initial contact. And Tess was able to shake him off. But number 50 there, Ja'Cory Duffy, was able to bring Tess down from the backside.
So now the ball rests on the 50.
So, again, Jack, a lot of people in the box for the Jaguars, and you still see 2 corners and a deep safety. But if you look inside the box there, you got all the linebackers in the line of scrimmage, and so far they're outnumbering the Cavaliers on the line of scrimmage.
We're also standing in the backfield behind Parks. Fakes it to Rosser. Ted's going to throw it out to Godwin. Godwin's going to fight his way, try to get back to the line of scrimmage, still dragging some guys. Gets to the 48-yard line, but that's going to bring up 4th down.
Cavaliers tried that little bubble screen. Godwin cut back into the middle of the field, and timing was not quite there. The throw was a little bit high, and timing wasn't quite what it needed to be, and Jackson did a good job. Going to bring up 4th down at about 18. Cavaliers, I don't see the punting team right now.
Well, Cavaliers are thinking right now they hadn't stopped us all ball game, so why not go ahead and go for it? And we have stopped them, and they've had some pretty good field position. So that's exactly what they're going to break the huddle. It's 4th and about 16 yards to go. Parks will be in the shotgun. He'll have a man to his left and right. Now they'll step up to the line of scrimmage. Parks take it. It's just a little quick kick.
Neat little call. Neat little play right there.
Quick kick on a bounce down inside the 20, 15, down to the 10-yard line. And I tell you, like that play, guys.
Great job by the special teams coaches that time for the Cavaliers as they Cavaliers lined up to go for it. Did a little shift and did a little quick kick, and actually has pinned the Jaguars down around the 10. Right at the ball's actually going to be marked on the 10. But a good job that time by the coaching staff and again the special team coaches.
Field position has a lot to do with the way a ball game rolls.
Especially the way the defense is playing for Callaway. You don't want to give this team any opportunities, and it's a lot easier. It's a lot harder to go 90 yards than it is 50. So especially when they've shown no ability to do that at all tonight, Jack.
Trey Martin, Dante Lindsay, Terry Godwin. I'm just in their minds right now. They're thinking they're going to try to throw this flat. I'm going to pick one off and pick 6. I think they're smelling it right here.
No, they're just commenting on the crowd. The stands are about 90% full, and there's a ton of people on the sidelines. Always nice during a homecoming game.
It does make these guys feel good to look up and see all these people. Quarterback Morris will be flushed out. Throws back to the other side of the field complete. And that's a good heads-up play by him as he completes the ball to Jaquan Swain.
A dangerous throw right there. I'm not sure he was even looking at his receiver, but it worked out all right. That's one of those throws where the coach goes, no, don't throw it. Great throw. And it picks up 9 yards that time for Jackson.
So 2nd and 1. 8:53 left to go in the first half. 20-0. The score. Callaway leading Jackson. Jackson breaks the huddle, makes her way back to the line of scrimmage. Twins left and right, single back set with the quarterback Moore. Moore calls the shotgun snap, backs up the pass, looking, going to throw across the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. It'll fall incomplete.
Again, good pressure by number 20, Lorenzo Patterson, up the middle of the field. The quarterback was not quite able to step into that. As a result, the throw was a little bit high and almost intercepted by Terry Godwin.
Intended for number 6, Vody Ferguson. Pretty cool. These guys got some great names. Vody, Monday, Lorenzo. Man, I like calling them. They're going to break the huddle. Moore will go to the shotgun. Pretty close up behind his center.
Timeout, Jackson, Jack.
Yep, they're going to call a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 20-0, your score. Callaway leading this one on 96.9, 1240, and on the World Wide Web. Eagle1023.com.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Key of LaGrange. We take...
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
40 a.m. and online at eagle1023.com.
You guys watch the crowd from up here. It's kind of like an ant bed. You just see folks just milling around and lines of people trying to go through the crowd and head over to the concession stands. And there folks really enjoying this ball game tonight. A flag on the play.
Number 52, Justice Perkins, jumped offside there and cost the Cavaliers 5 yards. But again, another effort penalty. He comes over and they're going to take a seat on the sideline here for just a minute. But the Cavaliers running in a couple of new linebackers there. Jack, number 25, Brandon Body, number 24, Javoski Levitt, trying to get a lot of kids playing time. And number 26, Aaron Clausell, also into the ball game for the Cavaliers.
Quarterback Moore going to take the shotgun snap. He's going to run up the middle of the field and get hit pretty hard there at the line of scrimmage. And
ball's out, I believe, Jack. No, they're going to say he's down. Looked like that ball might have got popped out of there, but they're going to call him down.
Actually, the Cavaliers got the ball in his hands, and he's going to say he wrenched it out of his hands, but they're going to say the forward progress stopped him.
Looks like forward progress was stopped. Yeah, that's why the ball's been blown dead. Yeah.
I would imagine that number 52, the starting defensive tackle and offensive tackle, is also a nice heavyweight wrestler because he took him down to the ground, didn't he?
Yeah, Justice is a big boy now. Back to the shotgun. Full wide receiver set. Takes the snap. A lot of pressure in his face again. Thrown across the middle and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And he wants that one back.
Well, he was wide open there, but that's number 2, Lorenzo Smith. But he heard number 25, Brandon Body, breathing down his throat and took his eye off the ball for a second. And as a result, the ball fell incomplete.
It's homecoming 2013 for the Callaway Cavaliers. Please stay with us at halftime. We'll have a lot of the festivities there. You'll be able to hear what's going on. We'll try to get you who the king and queen are and talk about the first half of plays. Lots of highlights and 3 touchdowns so far, 20-0. Callaway wants to get the ball back and maybe put another score on before they go into halftime. Right now they got to stop them, man. We can't jump off sides. That'll be one way to stop ourselves.
That's about the 3rd time the Cavaliers have done that. That's number 55, Brandon Sutton, who's in the game at nose tackle.
And Brandon's going to walk off the field now.
And Coach Sher is running a lot of nose tackles in and out, trying to find one that can watch a football. But
he's definitely giving them an earful as they come off the field, too.
Yeah. Yeah, the one guy that shouldn't jump off sides is the nose tackle since he's right there on top of it. But he's the most aggressive usually. Moore's going to take it. Straight drop back.
There's Lorenzo Patterson again.
He's tackled. It's a great sack. That was his 3rd sack tonight.
Yeah, we've called Lorenzo's name all night long, but he's definitely, like I said, he had a great opening night against Hurd County where he was simply unblockable, and he's showing that again tonight. As we said, he disappeared for a couple of weeks, but he, along with number 50, Stephen Curtis, applying a lot of pressure that time, but Lorenzo will get credit for the sack.
And you know, he's a small down lineman, and that's what gives him an advantage. Very, very quick. He looks like he needs to be an outside linebacker. He's got that nice body for an outside linebacker, but doing a tremendous job on the interior defensive line.
I think they're coordinating some stunts inside there, taking some gap. So the linemen have to take on 2 and 3 guys. He's going to punt the ball again. There's the punt. End over end.
Line
taking
drive.
It to 49. We'll get up to the other 40. And that's where Jackson will take us down just short of the 40-yard line to the 41. And the Callaway Cavaliers will come back to the line of scrimmage and try to put some more points on the board.
That was Terry Godwin back there as he fielded that line drive. And, Jack, a good job right there. The return didn't look like much. Picked up about 10 yards. But if he doesn't catch that ball rolls down the field maybe another 10, 20 yards. So he saved the Cavaliers maybe 30 yards of field position right there.
Cavaliers will be in the huddle. Parks will come up, give them the play. They'll break out the line of scrimmage. And, again, hustle's a big thing for me, guys. And I like the way these Cavaliers break the huddle, get to the line of scrimmage quick, and they're ready to play. Parks will go into center. The I formation back behind him. Long snap count, and we're going to jump.
All right, that's if that's against Callaway. That's how many? 3 procedure calls in the last 6 plays, probably.
Yep, that's about 5 for the Cavaliers tonight so far.
Yeah, that's right. Tackle number 56, sophomore Courtney Lay. But again, Coach Wiggins is not going to be happy with those penalties right there, and I'm sure he'll get that corrected. He and his staff.
So building drama. As now the Cavaliers are looking at 1st and 15. Parks stays to the I formation behind him, and now we're going to jump off sides again.
Jack, I wonder, the Cavaliers are pointing across there. I wonder if someone from Jackson might be calling the snap count. I mean, really, I have heard of that before.
That's true.
But they haven't caught them yet. But that's going to back the Cavaliers up another 5 yards. But I'm sure that's one thing Coach Wiggins will ask the officials to make sure that they understand, because that is a violation on the defense.
Back way yonder ago when we played Woodward Academy, those guys knew our names. They'd come up on the line. They'd be calling us by names, and we'd be looking at each other like, how in the heck they know our names?
We don't jump off sides. And we do hand the ball off to Rosser, who's just going to fight his way across the 40, getting a lot of those yards back.
Well, and so far tonight, the only way the Cavaliers have been stopped is when Jackson does call the snap count. So, that time they weren't able to do it, and Rosser ripped off big yardage right up the middle again.
It's going to be a late night tonight for Heard County, as they've just gotten started with Kendrick. The officials didn't show up, so there was a delay in that ball game. High formation. And Parks is going to call his own number, keep it going around the right side, cuts back to the middle of the field. Man, he's fast. To the 10, 5, touchdown, Callaway Cavaliers.
Jack, what a second gear we didn't know Tez had right there. He looked like he was going to be stopped around the 20-yard line and threw it into another gear and carried that ball in for a touchdown, about a 45-yard run there. But Tez Parks showing excellent speed right there.
6:19 left to go.
Another day at the office. Tess comes by and gets the water and heads to the bench. So, good job that time by the Cavaliers.
Is he up for King tonight, I wonder?
Probably.
Snap. Hold. Kick is up. And this kick is good. All right. With 6:19 left to go, it is 27-0 in favor of the Callaway Cavaliers.
Good job that time by the Cavaliers as Parks ran that option to the right side, faked it to the fullback, and everybody on the Jackson sideline bid on that fake. And Parks
sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
Once again, Jackson will look to receive a kick by the Callaway Cavaliers. Set to kick it off is Hunter Miller. Hunter stands on the 30, waits for the whistle, signals his guys, and here we go again. He steps up in a nice kick, high kick. I think he's getting better and better with the height of his kicks. 2 guys back there to catch it. One does it on the 10, and he's going to try to get around.
Fumbles on the ground.
They're going to get down on it.
Second time tonight they've had an opportunity to fall on a fumble. Greg, you're standing there looking at it, and it just happened to bounce right back to Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, all kind of Cavaliers all the way around it. And number 36 turned around and just falls on it. Like that, gummit. Man, it ball lays on the 17-yard line.
Jack,
nice.
one thing I'm sorry, Greg, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, with 6 minutes to go, it'd be nice for a defensive turnover right now. Really put this thing away at halftime.
And one thing I was going to mention, when you watch, even though Keyshawn Freeman is one of the most highly rated players in the state of Georgia, he's doing his duty on kickoff coverage, and he is flying down there, and he's normally the first one down the field, breaking up the wedge.
So Callaway expected them to throw the ball big time, only a 3-man front. as the quarterback's going back to the pass, roll to his right. Nice contain with a three-man front as they get the quarterback down as he's heading up the field.
Again, a good job in the secondary by the Cavaliers. Nowhere to throw that ball. And Justice Perkins, number 52, and Octavius, that's number 19, Octavius Anderson for the Cavaliers, did a good job of pitching the quarterback back inside, and both of them combined to make the tackle.
Now, that's really nice to see, guys. It's nice. They got their head up. They can see what's happening. And with just a three-man front, not letting that quarterback break out of that pocket, that's pretty awesome. Back to the line of scrimmage is Jackson. Callaway's going to roll about 4 guys up this time. They might be bringing the house a little pressure against the quarterback. He takes the snap. They do bring the pressure, and they're going to sack him back at the 5. Actually, he breaks loose, and he's going to be brought down again. If they're going to throw it again,
out. And they fell on it again.
That may be a safety.
No, they're going to call it.
No, it's a safety.
Wrong indication by the referee.
Well, they're going to say that he was out. He was not in the. They're going to mark it forward progress out of the end zone. Is that what they're doing?
They're going to put it on a 2-yard line.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the umpire, the referee had a bad angle, and he didn't realize that the Jackson guy had actually recovered it in the end zone. But they're going to. I don't know who's going to get the ball at the 2-yard line.
Well, it should be
giving it to Jackson.
Looks like they're going to mark it down and forward.
Yeah,
that's a weird one there.
Well, maybe when he spun him around, he thought his forward progress had been stopped. The ball could have been blown dead. Did you hear a whistle, Greg?
I did not. No, I think it was still action. You're right, Tony. I think that maybe when they spun him, they just maybe called there. At any rate, ball's on the 2-yard line.
Here they go. Quarterback's going to take it, just try to get out of the end zone, and he's going to get hit.
Falls out again. And bounced right back up to him again, didn't it, Greg?
Did they got some stickum on that thing?
Hey, 20. No, I tell you what, I have 22 for Callaway, just tackling the football, ripping it out of his hand, and that's what's happened the last couple of times. That the Callaway's tackling that football, trying to make something happen. And
wow.
Hey, you're down here on the 5-yard line. You want a defensive score.
And that's the way they're coached nowadays, Greg. You're taught to first runner there, get the run, first man there, get the runner. Second man there is taught to strip that ball and scoop and score. Defense can score just like the offense can.
It'd be a nice research to find out over the last few years the average defensive scores per game over the last, say, 20 years.
Their kicker is going to be standing inside his end zone.
Number 31, Aquarius Beasley, deep for the Cavaliers.
There's the kick, almost blocked. Goes off the right side to the 30, to the 40. We're going to pick it up at the 35 and just go down right there. That's a little scary.
Good heads-up play by number 2, Ed Daniel. Again, that's one of those deals where he's right there. Took an opportunity to pick it up, maybe save his team 15, 20 yards of field position. It's only a good play if you don't drop it.
Yep.
And I'm sure,
he'll be reminded of that.
And you don't want to play this game afraid to make a mistake. It's like we talked about Terry Godwin, Greg and Jack. Terry might make his share of mistakes every now and then, but he's gonna make more plays than not. So
take a leap and expect a
hit.
Yes,
that's exactly right. So a good job that time by number 2, Ed Daniel.
27-0 is your score. 4:20. Plenty of time for the Cavaliers. Ball rests on the 32-yard line. Back to the I formation for the Cavaliers. Parks will check his line. Back under center. Takes the snap, rolls back, fakes the handoff. Looking downfield, lots of time. And he's going to be flushed out the pocket over to the right side. They're going to tackle him back there around the 45-yard line.
That's a good job that time by number 50, Ja'Cory Duffy for Jackson. We've called his name several times. Tez had an opportunity to make a throw downfield, but there was good coverage. He rolled to his right. Probably would have liked to see him throw that one away to avoid the sack, but a good job by number 50 there.
Second down. And we'll lose a little bit there. Second and 9, about 19. They're in the huddle. Break to the huddle. Back to the line of scrimmage they go. Right now looking at the safety for Jackson playing pretty deep. About 20 yards off the line. Back to the I. Park's going to roll out. Hand the ball to Culpepper. Culpepper going left, down, back, right. Spins. Gets across the 40, down to the 30. Good yardage. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Cavaliers.
Great run by Eddie Culpepper that time as he went to the left side behind a pulling guard, Brandon Sutton. Saw a little crease, put his foot in the ground and cut up field and picked up big yardage. Matter of fact, he got it down to about a 3rd and about, 5 now, guys?
Looks like it, 3rd and 5.
One of the things we noticed earlier on the touchdown run, how Leverett was blocking, and he's doing a good job downfield there. If Culpepper had got over this side, he would have had a good block by Leverett.
Parks going to run down the line. Going to pitch it. Good job by Culpepper taking that pitch. Goes to the left side down to 20. 10. Spins down to the 5. Going to go out of bounds at the 4.
What a great option read that time by Tez Parks. He made the defensive end commit. Pitched the ball out there to number 12 for the Cavaliers, Dante Lindsay. And what a great job Dante Lindsay getting a big block on the outside, but Eddie Culpepper and doing a great job from tailback slot tonight.
Right back to the line of scrimmage. First and goal. Parks reverses out, hands the ball to Rosser, just walks in the end zone. Touchdown, Callaway Cavaliers.
You know, Jack, going back to that prior play, good job by number 12 out there, Dante Lindsay, but on that block to spring Eddie Culpepper. And that time the Cavaliers ran their favorite little trap play to Devon Rosser, and he walked into the end zone. We got a new kicker for the Cavaliers. Number 23, Reeves Payne, is going to attempt this extra point.
Payne. Try to add a little more pain to the Jackson Jaguars. Snap, hold, kick is up. And it's going to go a little bit wide to the left, but that's okay. Because right now we're looking at 33-0 with 2:42 left to go in the first half. Listen to Callaway Cavalier football on 96.9 and 1240 WLA.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down? People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through. Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose. Let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp about a car loan that could save you hundreds.
AG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
I got to tell you, I think that Hunter Millman's leg may be getting a little tired as he's going to have to kick off again. He's going to step up and address the ball, and there's the kick. Nice line drive, going to get inside the 5, taking it to 3. Steps out to the 10, 15, cuts back to the right side, brought down short of the 20. And that's where Jackson will have it, 1st and 10 with 2:38 left to go.
Keyshawn Freeman there again on the coverage, making another tackle on special teams.
I tell you what, if there's going to be a kickoff, you can just about call Keyshawn's name every time.
Every time he's around that football, that's what makes it one of the things that makes him so attractive to D1 schools like Georgia Tech. He's got a motor. He plays every play, no matter what the score.
And smart.
Yes, indeed.
I think he's still maintaining that 4-0, if I'm not mistaken.
He's real close.
I encourage my daughter to do the same thing in high school. All right. Slot to this near side. Twins to the far side as well. Single back beside the quarterback. That's Kenyon Moore. Moore's going to take it back up to pass. He's done that all night tonight. Throws across the middle. And it's going to go in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at about the 25-yard line.
That's number 5 out there, Raheem Gusta, on that attempted catch. Again, Moore had a little zip on that one, just led him a little bit too far. And so far tonight, Jack, Moore just hadn't been able to get off yet as far as throwing the football. He just a lot of that's due to the pressure by the Cavaliers, I think. But he's just been a little bit off with his timing with his receiver.
Callaway bringing 4. He's going to back up to pass, throw a little quick out, and nice coverage. Wow, what a great job by the Cavaliers there to bring him down.
Good open field tackle that time by number 32, Jay Fuller, in at his linebacker spot. And he misses that tackle, and the running back still running, Jack, as the Cavaliers brought the blitz that time. But, again, a nice job in coverage by the linebacker on the right side.
Not something you hear a lot. Nice job in coverage by a linebacker. Usually the ball hits him in the back of the head, not so much in the hands. Expecting another pass play here. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and 9 for Jackson. Callaway bringing a stunt. They're going to flush him out of the pocket to the right side. Throws across the middle. It's going to be complete. He gets a first down across the 30 to the 35, brought down at the 37-yard line.
That's number 10, Jaquan Swain, and the best-looking offensive play tonight so far for Jackson. Quarterback roll to the right. Swain was lined up in the slot on the left side. He came across the field, and Moore hit him in stride. That was a good-looking offensive play. Nice gain on first down there for Jackson.
A minute 44 left to go. The first half of play, 33-0 your score. Callaway leading this one. Jackson will come back to the line of scrimmage. Twins left and right. About the same formation we've seen all night long. Moore's going to take it. Big drop back. Going to air it out all the way down the field. And it's going to go too deep for the Cavaliers or for Jackson.
Good coverage that time by Jet Snellings and also number 2, Ed Daniel, as the Jackson tried to hit a big play down the field to their big wide receiver. I believe that's number 2, Lorenzo Smith down there, but he was well covered by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Daniel was looking at an opportunity to pick another one off. Just a couple more strides, I think that would hit him in stride. So 2nd down and 10. We jump off sides and give them 5.
That's number 18 for the Cavaliers, J.T. Wortham. A little bit anxious right there. And that's one, I'm sure that not a lot has gone wrong for the Cavaliers in the first half, but that's one thing the Cavaliers have been a little sloppy. There's a lot of procedure penalties, and I'm sure Coach Hubbard and Coach Wiggins and Coach Sherrill will probably address that a little bit at halftime.
Yeah, about 6 penalties in the first half here. Here comes Jackson back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5. Quarterback Moore backs up the pass. It's just a straight drop back. Going to throw and way overthrow his intended receiver. Good coverage out there by the Cavaliers.
Number 5, Raheem Gusto. Number 6 there. Vody Ferguson, your man there. Jack was covered out in the flat that time by number 25, Brandon Body. Brandon was in good position. The throw was a little bit in front, but he wouldn't have gone far. Brandon was right there to make the tackle.
Body on Vody.
I was just talking to Mr. Camp down here and asking about how many procedure penalties it had. He said, I'm scared to count them all.
They're going for it here. Looking downfield, they're going to throw across the middle. Complete. He's just going to sit down right there. Going to get the first down, though, as the clock ticks down to 1:03.
Good throw that time by the quarterback Morris. He was got some protection that time. Was able to step into the throw and complete it out there to Vody Ferguson. You know, Jack, when the quarterback Morris had some time to throw and step into it, he's got a good arm, and he's been able to get in a little bit of rhythm here on this drive. And as a result, Jackson's been able to move the ball down the field.
Let's remember they've scored over 40 points in 2 of their ball games this season. This is the 4th game of the season. He's going to go again for the touchdown pass. Goes all the way down the field. It's going to be tipped and caught.
Wow, what a great throw right there that time by the quarterback. That was a fine throw. Good coverage out there by Jet Snellings. It was just we thought Jet had tipped that ball away, but the receiver went up, made the catch out there. I believe that's Vody Ferguson again, number 6. But a great throw and catch to get Jackson on the scoreboard here right before the half.
Actually, that's going to be Lorenzo Smith, number 2.
I stand correct.
Making that catch. But again, a very nice play. They're going to go for 2 as they line up for that. 33-6 right now, but they are going for 2. Same lineup as before. Takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking, going to go upfield. He'll try to get to the end zone. He's going to be met there and hit hard. He will not make it in the end zone, so no to the 2-point conversion with 41 seconds. 33-6. Let's take another quick break. This is Callaway Cavalier Football, 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760. Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
.69 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
Callaway about to do something that hadn't done the whole ball game, and that's return a kick.
Yeah, you know, they received the opening kick, and Jackson was able to kick the ball short and fall on it. So Cavaliers with an opportunity now to receive a kick. And Greg, I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh yeah.
You might want to swing by over here and check on Terry Godwin. The trainers.
Yeah, I did.
What did you find out?
He's just got a little stiff neck where he got hit, tapped on the shoulder, landed on his head on the side. On a tackle a while ago, and they're down there just rubbing his neck. Okay. Dr. Terry's taking a look at it. He seems to be fine. He was smiling when I came by.
He thought you were going to interview him.
Well, no, and Moose grabbed me and said, "Hey, I want to say something on the radio." I said, okay. He said, "Roll dogs."
Roll dogs. All right. They're again going to do the onside kick, and we're going to get on it right there at the 42-yard line. So Callaway with great field position with 40 seconds left to go before halftime.
Good job that time by one of the up men for the Cavaliers. I believe that's number 24, Javosky Leverett. Simply caught the ball and went to his knees just like he's taught during practice.
Get on it quick.
All right, so guys, with 5 touchdowns in the first half, up 33-6. What do you do? 40 seconds left.
Well, what you're going to do, you're going to push the ball down the field and try to get that clock running the entire second half. What you're going to try to do, I believe.
I'm talking about right now. You're going to take a knee. You're going for it. What are you going to do?
Some of these guys are thinking about whether they're going to win King or not at halftime.
I'm going to continue to run my offense.
I am too.
That's what the Cavaliers do. Parks will go to the shotgun set. Takes it, takes the handoff, backs it, pass rolls, throws it across the middle field to Rosser. Rosser has some blockers in front of him. Man, can he run? Going down the field to the 30, still on his feet. Down to the 20.
We got a hold.
Passes again. Loses the ball, so go out of bounds.
We got a hold, guys. It was obvious. Unfortunately, that'll be brought back.
But a great run. Very exciting.
Yeah, I think the Callaway coaches were waving that one back. I think everybody saw that hold out there. It looked more like a tackle, I think, out in the middle of the field.
Well, when you go both ways, you get confused sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it will be a hold. They'll bring that one back. Rosser's hating that because he had some nice yards to put in his stats.
Well, just Rosser needs to take a deep breath, and I'll just say call that play again.
Let's do that one more time.
You know, guys, Rosser's going to make somebody. I believe Rosser's going to make somebody a fine back at the next level. I don't know where he might go to school, but he's one of those young men that are under the radar. You don't really hear a lot about him. But I guarantee you, the opponents, they scheme to try to stop him every week. He's got good hands. He runs tough. He's a thick, strong, tough running kid, and got some moves in the open field. So I think he can be a good player to the next level.
I get to watch a little D3 football at LaGrange College, and a lot of those running backs are not very tall guys. They're short. They're tough. As Parks going back at the pass, throws across the middle, tipped. Had a man open there, but it was tipped with 15 seconds left to go.
Good job by the linebacker that time, number 36. You had his name a while ago, Jack. Jalen Allen, number 9, was breaking open across the middle. Joe was a little bit behind him, but a good job by their linebacker there.
Kind of like that we're kind of airing it out here towards the end of this one.
Well, I was going to say, the good thing about the incomplete pass is it gives us an opportunity to throw one more down the field.
They'll break the huddle. Look at it, third down. Actually, second down. My bad. Parks fakes the handoff. Rolls. Got a little pressure. Going to be flushed out. When he stays on his feet, actually, they're going to say his knee went down short of the 40-yard line. And Parks really doesn't get that because he thought he was still on his feet.
That's going to be the last play of the half, I believe, guys.
They wind the clock. And that will do it. 33-6. And at the end of the first half of play, we'll see if Greg has a chance to catch up with Coach Pete Wiggins. We'll keep it right here.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Great to have definitely something to say in this ball game. We are at halftime. Let's go and take a break. 33-6 is the score right now. The Callaway Cavaliers leading this. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
It's tough out there, trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one. It means cutting cost, and one of the best places to start is at the office of State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve, up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Matt Orr a call today, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back. As another one bites the dust play right there. And so far, Jackson is pretty close to biting the dust as we're looking at 33-6. But, as we get ready, we're here to halftime, and right now they have the festivities going on the field. We don't think this is a team we can count out, guys, because we were looking back. We talked about this in the pregame. They put over 40 points on the board in 2 different ball games, and we saw a little bit of that late in this second quarter.
Well, and that may be one reason Coach Wiggins wanted to get his troops into the halftime to make sure they understood that. Because you're right, Jack. They scored in less than a minute, and you can see what they can do very quickly. So even though the Cavaliers are up by 25, this ball game is by no means over because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jackson gets the opening kickoff in the second half. They deferred. So if they're able to come down and score and make it 33-14, but they're still going to have to show some kind of ability to stop Callaway on offense. They haven't been able to do that at all tonight, and I don't think they want to get in the scoring match with Callaway.
No, they're not going back and forth. Callaway's look really good. We called so many different names on the offense. Of course, Parks doing a tremendous job. He's gone into the end zone. We see Culpepper going to the end zone. We'll also score. P.D. Leverage played very well out there. We had Terry Godwin. He's caught the ball well. I mean, we got so many different weapons with Callaway. You really don't. It's hard to account for each one of those guys.
And that goes back to a point that Greg brought up early in the game about the depth of Jackson. Those kids have played both ways. A lot of them have played both ways in the first half, and I'm sure they're tired, and they were glad to see halftime get here where they could take a break. But, again, that's going to be a big factor in the second half.
Right now, out on the field, they're got the kids coming out. Dr. Steve Landry is doing the announcing duties there for that, and he's doing a great job as he always does. We're going to get a few highlights here in this break. We'll do the Hupple, then we'll take a break, and we'll come back with a couple more. But the ball game started actually not real well for the Cavaliers as the ball was kicked off to them. There was a onside kick. Actually, they kicked it off, and it had to be brought back because they were offside. So then they had the onside kick, and Jackson recovered it. So the Callaway defense had to jump out on the field, but they went 4 and out. Were able to stop Jackson. Callaway got the ball back, and they went from the 21, drove the ball all the way down the field until Rosser decided he was going to take it in. Takes the snap, turns, hands the ball off to Rosser, who's going to go in for the Cavalier score.
Good job on the right side that time by sophomore tackle over there, number 56 for the Cavaliers, Courtney Lay. And again, big Brandon Sutton, senior right guard. Josh Williams doing a good job there from the center position. Cavaliers take their opening possession, go about 80 yards, Jack. Put 6 points on the board.
79. It was on the 21 when we started.
With the point after to come by Chase Freeman.
All right, and the point after was good. 7-0 was your score right there. Callaway defense came back on the field, and on the first play after the touchdown, as Jackson was trying to take the ball off, the Cavaliers were going to make a big defensive play. There's the snap. The quarterback's going to back up the pass. Got some pressure. Going to throw over the heads of everybody. Picked off by the Cavaliers.
That's number 2 there for the Cavaliers, Ed Daniel.
So Daniel's going to get down to the 40-yard line after the reception. And that's a big play for the Cavaliers, and they'll have the ball first and 10 from there. That's exactly what would happen. Again, Daniel, we called his name a lot tonight, Tony.
Yeah, Ed had a big first half of the Cavaliers. Number 2, not only on offense but defense. He was able to play both ways. Did a good job as a defensive back in safety and also as a running back for the Cavaliers.
They get the ball, and they begin the drive. They start at the 45-yard line. Actually, 2 different series. They start at the 45-yard line, begin to drive there, and Eddie Culpepper would take it in zone this time for the Cavaliers. So again, take the snap, go right down the line. He'll keep it, pitch the ball. Going to go around the left side to the 5. Touchdown for the Callaway Cavaliers.
You know, Jack, they're going to get the touchdown there by from Petey Leverett, I believe, but number 5 there for the Cavaliers. I'm sorry, Eddie Culpepper. Petey Leverett from his wide receiver position just pancaked the defensive back and allowed that touchdown to happen. So a good team effort right there.
And that's what's been all night long, guys, is the team has really come together. We've talked about a lot of these big stalk blocks by our guys down there. They opened up things downfield and given our runners a lot of room.
Coach Donay really has to be pleased with the blocking of his wide receivers. I know they work on that very hard during practice every day, and we talk about it a lot. But when you see these big runs that these backs are making, those long runs when they get on the outside, a lot of times it's a result of a big stalk block by one of the wide receivers.
Well, I think late there at the first half of play, Rosser gets across down the middle of the field. Great blocking downfield. Of course, that was brought back on a holding call. But that really exciting play because every time he took a cut, someone would make a block in front of him and give him more room down the field.
You're right. And, we mentioned Rosser's ability in the open field, and he was really able to showcase that on that particular play, Jack. He did a good job of catching the ball, tucking it in, and really made some moves downfield. Unfortunately, it had to be wrought back because of a hole.
A lot of penalties in this first half of play. We'll try to get a look at that. Maybe Greg can touch base with one of our statisticians down the field, give us an idea of how many penalties. I'm counting about 7, maybe 8.
And I still believe that's one of the things that Coach Wiggins will stress at halftime. Can't be real pleased with the amount of penalties.
Well, you don't want to make these kind of mistakes in any ball game, but as it's going to get harder as we move down the schedule, you got to get rid of those things.
And most coaches will live with effort penalties, but a lot of them tonight have been just not staying focused. The jumping off sides and those type of things, procedure penalties. So Coach Wiggins will address that at halftime.
We're going to address it when we come back. We're going to take another break. We're trying to get you the winners of Homecoming 2013 in just a moment. Right now, you're listening to Callaway Cavaliers. They're winning 33-6 right here on 96.9, 1240 and on the World Wide Web at Eagle1023.com.
Kia.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. We take pride in serving our customers. There are no gimmicks or tricks to get you into our doors. We're the dealership you can trust. Shop with us and see the difference. Right now, all Kia Souls must go to make room for the arrival of a totally transformed 2014 Soul. The 13 Soul starts as low as $14,400 and is backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Come test drive a Soul today. KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Had a lot of fun up here in the booth as Coach Eric Woods up here with us, giving us some insight into what's going on there on the Callaway sideline. It looks like the over-under for the number of folks from Jackson coming over here was around 10, so they over won.
I think they made it to 12.
So
yeah.
if you happen to have any odds there on that one, just want to keep you updated on that. But these are some gorgeous young people out there on the field as the homecoming festivities continue. A couple of scores of interest. Let's go and give you those real quick. It went into halftime. LaGrange and Shaw. LaGrange leading that one 16-7. Marion right now over Greenville 13-8. Sandy Creek, actually, they're taking on Fayette County, and Sandy Creek, the powerhouse. That ball game was tied in the first quarter, 12-12. But Sandy Creek has added a little bit more now, 33-12.
Woke them up.
Yeah, I think it's going to start heading downhill for Fayette County there.
Yeah. Hey,
go ahead.
23-7, LaGrange at halftime. Actually,
All right, so that's an updated score there, 23-7. Appreciate the Greg Hicks network there, getting us all those scores. As Keyshawn Freeman actually out on the field right now, one of the King contestants. And, one more, get to Heard County. They're taking on Kendrick. Heard County leading 14-0. From what I understand, they returned an interception 60 yards down the field. So that's a good ball game down there for Heard County as well.
Well, really glad to hear LaGrange winning down there. I know those guys have had trouble so far getting that first win this year, and Zach Giddens has had some injuries, and I know they're excited to be ahead of the game right now. 26-3, 23-7. Is that right, Jack?
23-7, exactly.
Okay.
The festivities continue, both in the stands and out on the field. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few more of the highlights from the first half of play. We talked about 2 touchdowns, but the Callaway Cavaliers were not done. This time, again, they got the ball to the 45-yard line as Jackson was just trying to get the ball down the field, but they turned it over on downs. And this time it's going to be Terry Godwin that's going to get involved and get into the end zone. Flushed out to the right side, looking downfield. He's going to throw it all the way towards the end zone. He's got a man there. Caught. Nice duck. 5 is in for a touchdown for the Cavaliers. Man, that's backyard football, guys.
Boy, I tell you, that's a great individual effort right there by Tez Parks. He felt pressure in the pocket, was able to avoid the sack, and then found Terry Godwin down the middle of the field one-on-one, and that's a mismatch for anybody right there. That was a great play by Terry, all hands. If you notice, Jack, he caught that ball in his hands. He didn't rest it against his body. He caught that ball and ducked under a tackle and went in for the score. Put the Cavaliers up by a score of 20-0.
He did look very good as he made that tackle. Got a few folks that are leaving the game early down there. Actually, there's Rosser's on the field now. He is the other King contestant that is one of the players on the field. So he's missing some of the information from the coach there at halftime. But it was 20-0 after that last play. The Callaway Cavaliers would kind of go back and forth, wouldn't get the ball into the end zone again until late in the second quarter of play. And this time it's Parks that decided to put it in the end zone. And Parks is going to call his own number, keep it going around the right side, cuts back to the middle of the field. Man, he's fast. To the 10, 5, touchdown, Callaway Cavaliers.
You know, Jack, what a second gear we didn't know Tez had right there. He looked like he was going to be stopped around the 20-yard line and threw it into another gear and carried that ball in for a touchdown, about a 45-yard run there. But Tez Parks showing excellent speed right there.
He really did. It's so nice to see him kind of break one in the middle of the field. They've been running about 8 men in the box pretty much all night long. Once we get that past that initial line of scrimmage back into the linebacker core, back in the secondary, we've got some room to run. And, man, it looked like he was going to lean down, maybe go down, but he stood up and took off.
He's another one that runs very instinctively. You know, we talked about the running back last week from Harris County. Chapman,
yep,
great job running instinctively. And Tez, he gets more and more confidence every week. And I think sometimes you forget how strong Tez is. When you look at him, he's a thick young man.
Yep.
He's done a lot of work in that weight room, and he's able to break a lot of arm tackles. But and it's good to see him healthy. You know, he battles some ankle injuries and those type of things. But when he's healthy, he's a dangerous threat to a defense.
Well, you know, I still got to think back. It's one of the plays of the season that's ingrained in my head is, we think back to the Troop game. He's out in the first half with a hip pointer. He goes in at halftime, comes out without his pads on. Looks like he's out for the ball game. But when the team needed him, he puts his shoulder pads on, puts his helmet on in the first place from scrimmage, runs 60 yards down the side, and scores a touchdown.
Yeah, it was so far for me the highlight of the year too, Jack. You're exactly right. But I guess the circumstances and everything surrounding it. But you know, and this offense is built around Tez. He's their leader. He does a lot of things. He's you watch him on the sideline. He's always encouraging the defense. You know, when they're not on, the offense is not on the field, and you know, the younger guys look to that, and it looks like, Jack, they're getting ready to announce the King and Queen now.
Let's see if we can pick that up from Steve Landry here.
2012 King and Queen of Homecoming. Mr. Michael Deloach, Ms. Sidney Cook, who are
Moose Deloach down there, getting ready to crown the King, last year's King.
And now, the presentation of our winners. Second runner-up King this evening, Mr. Luke Traylor.
Proud family there, so they went out and give him a rose.
Yep. Second runner-up Queen, Miss Kiana Whitaker.
Again, a proud young lady. Boy, there's some beautiful youngins. Some proud mamas and daddies out there.
The first runner-up king tonight, Mr. Devon Rosser.
All right, Devon Rosser, first runner-up. I think he'll tuck that rose into his helmet.
You know, Jack, it's a shame when we know the guys' names and don't know these beautiful young ladies' names. What's wrong with that, Jack?
Hey, that's not a bad thing now.
No, it's not. I'm going to hold on to that. We missed that one as the runner-up.
That young lady's last name, I believe, is Smith. That's Mark Smith's daughter.
All right. And now for the king and queen.
Your 2013 Callaway High School homecoming king, Mr. Keyshawn.
Whoa! All right.
Keyshawn Kramer, the homecoming king.
I love it.
What a great fit. There's Principal Lauren Wilson down there doing the honors along with Moose DeLoach, and he looks good in that crown, doesn't he, Jack?
I tell you what, it's going to be hard to get back on the field. He's going to be wearing that thing in the second half. How about sweeping first runner-up and king there?
But certainly not least, your 2013 Callaway High School homecoming queen, Miss Emily Shea.
Young lady's name is Emily Shea.
Yep.
Jack, I believe.
And the crowd really likes that choice. As they're on their feet, congratulating her. And congratulations to all these young people out there on the field, all the finalists there, the seniors. It's a big night for them and for all the representatives of different classes. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little more about this ball game, get you ready for the second half of play. And we're at halftime at homecoming 2013 for the Callaway Cavaliers on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. We take pride in serving our customers. There are no gimmicks.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down? People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through. Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose. So let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp about a car loan that could save you hundreds.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com. 523 your first step to achieving your dream of home ownership. Looking to take advantage of great mortgage rates? Contact Brandon Brooks at Statewide Mortgage by calling 706-302-7638 or visit him online at statewidemortgagega.com. That's Statewide Mortgage, and talk to Brandon Brooks at 706-302-7638 or on the web at www.statewidemortgagega.com. NMLS 1002584.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football. And tell you what I really like, of course, the halftime is always exciting. The kids going to remember a lot of this. But Keyshawn Freeman is the king. But I was watching the guys come up to him, and every one of the guys that was a finalist down there came up, patted him on the back. Good job, proud of you. A lot of camaraderie by these young people.
No doubt. And Keyshawn Freeman is as are all our young people, but he's a fine representative of Callaway High School. His family's so proud of him, and he's going to represent the Callaway Cavaliers in his career at Georgia Tech.
Of course, if that's where he ends up.
That's true. And signing day's not here yet.
We're about ready to get started with the second half of play, and Guys, we're looking at 33-6. Jackson showed a little bit of life there towards the end of the first half of play. They got their passing game going a little bit more time for that quarterback to get back there. How much do you play your starters as we get into the second half?
Well, you mentioned a little more time. Cavaliers were going to supposedly prevent, and they didn't rush but 3 or 4 players. And I would think that Coach Wiggins and his staff, they're gonna play their starters until they can get this game what they feel like under control. Maybe at least until I'm not sure about the point spread. It's 25 now. I know going into the fourth quarter, if it's 30 or more, you can choose to run the clock. So I think you'll see the Cavaliers shoot for that. And going to look for a little more discipline on the line of scrimmage, I think, from the Cavaliers. Maybe try to correct some penalties and reduce the number of those penalties. But offensively, I think they've got to be pleased with what they've been able to do. Defensively, done a pretty good job, except for the last play down there near the first half where they gave up that long pass. But I think you'll see those starters play at least through the third quarter. Jack,
Greg, what you think?
Well, I'm thinking come up with a new way of making money, and that's charging everybody to exit the ball game at halftime. That's one. And I think the last line I got out of Vegas was Callaway plus 28. So I think they're gonna cover the spread tonight, guys.
So you expect them to put a few more there? Not that there's any betting on high school football.
No, I'm just messing with you guys. Y'all, you listeners know we don't do stuff like that. But anyway, I think they just need to keep it on rolling and work on them dadgum lack of discipline penalties, and that's those procedure penalties. And to get that out of the way, let's say we a goal the second half is no penalties, because this is a kind of game in the second half you can kind of get a little lax, and you don't want that. Stay focused the whole game, and I think you got a chance to see some of these underclassmen get a good playing time tonight.
This is a kind of game where you want to keep the pedal to the metal, but let's face it, these young people, they see what's going on. They know where they stand up against their opponent, and this is where the game becomes mental between the ears. And can you win? Can you try to be the best you can be on every play? You don't necessarily play an opponent. You play against yourself and try to be the best you can on every play.
All right, guys, you heard it from our experts. What do you think? Keep thinking as we go to the second half of play. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we've got kickoff of the second half right here on 96.9, 1240, and on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. We take pride in serving our customers. There are no gimmicks or tricks to get you into our doors. We're the dealership you can trust. Shop with us and see the difference. Right now, all Kia Souls must go to make room for the arrival of a totally transformed 2014 Soul. The 13 Soul starts as low as $14,400 and is backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Come test drive a Soul today. KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange can help you get to a better state, because he'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Callaway Cavalier is going to kick the ball off. He's going to bounce off to one of the receivers back there off his chest. Lorenzo Smith, number 2, has played a good ball game for Jackson. Was going to pick it up He'll get the ball, advance it all the way up to about the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10. Jackson comes back out on the field. They're going right to left as you're looking at them from the press box. Quarterback Moore back in. He's going to start off with a pass. Not surprising. Throws it over the middle. And it's going to be too high for the intended receiver, number 5 for them. And that young man's name is Raheem Gusta.
And the reason that pass was high was he was really hit by number 10, Keyshawn Freeman, on a blitz. And he's really feeling that right now. He's trying to walk that one off. Not sure if they're going to take a timeout here, but he's going to battle through it before he took a big shot from Keyshawn Freeman that time.
And he's thinking, daggum, starting all over again.
Where did he come from?
They're hit by the King. Moore's going to pass it, and he's going to complete his pass, but right quick, Gusta's going to go down. As he's got great coverage over there by the Cavaliers, number 11, Dre Martin.
Good job by Dre Martin. Good pressure by Lorenzo Patterson, again, from his defensive tackle. Got that ball out there in a hurry. And Dre Martin was right on the spot to hold that play to about a 1-yard gain.
Just starting in the second half of play, 33-6 is your score. Callaway leading this one.
You know, Jackson Cavaliers can hold them right here and force a punt. You would think, providing as long as we don't have a turnover, they would get good field position for their first drive of the second half.
Be nice to have. And a lot of these young Cavaliers are hungry, hoping to get a chance to get in this ball game. There's the snap. And he's going to be flushed out of the pocket, brought down to the 5-yard line.
Number 20 that time again for the Cavaliers, Lorenzo Patterson. A man on a mission tonight. He's just simply been unblockable. And quarterback that time for number 14, that's Moore. He had no chance as the pressure got there very, very quickly.
Greg, did you see his frustration after that play?
I think he just wanted to stay on the ground.
Well, he threw the ball up the field just in frustration. Because I think he's getting tired of getting hit.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just admiring how physical Patterson is and thinking, wow, he's having a well of a ball game tonight.
There's the snap. Punts off. It'll be hit down about the 40. We're going to pick it up there and lose a couple of yards back to the 44-yard line, and that's where the Callaway actually they're going to mark it down at the 41. The Callaway Cavalier offense, great field position, just like you talked about, Tony.
That's number 31, and Aquarius Beasley back for number 4, Terry Godwin. And it looks like Terry may get the rest of the night off. I don't see him.
I talked with Dr. Terry, and he said he's just a little sore neck, and with a game like this, there's really no reason to bring him back, and so he's going to keep his helmet off and just enjoy.
Yeah, he's over here on the sideline, Greg, as you mentioned, with his head off, his helmet off. But I certainly think they're going to err on the side of caution with Terry. They want to make sure he's healthy for next week.
So here we go. Parks will have an I formation behind him, man split wide left and right. He's going to audible at the line of scrimmage, make a check off. Takes the snap. Spins, going to hand the ball to Rosser. Rosser hit initially, going to keep his feet, gets across the 35, all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's just effort, man.
What an impressive 10-yard run right there. Kept those big legs moving, those feet moving, and turned a 1-yard loss, because he was hit in the backfield by penetration there from Jackson, and turned it into about it is a first down, Jack. First down 10 for the Cavaliers.
It's a nice spot for Callaway. Ball rests at the 30-yard line. They'll make their way back up the line of scrimmage. Just put a man wide left and right. It's going to be Nick Woodyard to this near side. I formation behind Parks. Parks goes under center. Takes a snap, backs up. They'll hand the ball off to Culpepper, the second man through the line. Culpepper's just fighting his way through. Wow. He's still on his feet down inside to the 12-yard line. Greg, that's one of the most impressive runs of the night.
Wow. He just twisted and turned and kept his good balance, I tell you, between Rosser and Culpepper putting on the show this first series of the second half.
Really enjoy watching those young people run that football with that kind of determination and just refuse to go down. And that's the kind of thing you're looking for as a coach. Even though the game's 33-6, who continues to compete and play at a high level?
Makes you wonder what Coach Wiggins said to him.
He said, don't make another penalty. I'm sure of that. Parks will go under center. Backs up. Going to hand the ball off to Culpepper on a draw. Draw goes left, right, and into the end zone for the Callaway score.
Great little misdirection that time. Cavaliers have had a lot of success running to the right. Ran a little misdirection back to the left, and there was I think Culpepper ran into the end zone untouched. he's had a big night tonight. You know, he was out the first couple of weeks, and he's seems to be rounded into form. But just as the region gets started, and he's a big weapon for the Cavaliers from that tailback position.
Well, I think one thing I can tell you, folks, is we're going to have a lot of people listening to us in their cars. So a lot of folks going to be cutting on the game. We have to do a really good job of this second half. Snap, hold, kick is up. And that kick is good.
No good.
Actually, no good.
Yeah.
No good.
Well, from this angle, it looked good. I guess I have to go with the referees on the field. Say 39-6 with 9:13 left to go in this second half. Well, I get completely wrong.
This will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760.
Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
At Holmes Pharmacy today.
The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Cavaliers. Will kick the ball off again. Taken down at the 4-yard line. They'll bring it out from there to the 10, 15. Going to find a seam in the middle of the field across the 30. Still on his feet, running across the 40, midfield. And another big tackle by the kicker, Hunter Millman. And he pops up and he's fired up.
That's 2 touchdown-saving tackles tonight by the kicker, Hunter Milliman, as the Cavaliers had a little breakdown on the kickoff return there. And although I'm excited for Hunter, I'm sure that's not what Coach Wiggins wants to see out of his kickoff coverage team.
That might be a point of contention at practice next week. Well, actually, right up the middle of the field both times.
And they got good blocking by Jackson that time, good execution that time. But, again, give Hunter Milliman credit as another touchdown-saving tackle.
And it looked like the runner wasn't going to try to juke Milliman. He just simply wanted to see if he would just take him head on.
And he did.
He did.
He's a kicker. More the quarterback. Take it. Drops back to pass. Throws the quick out. We got a man there. Nice open field tackle as he's going to go out of bounds. Actually short of the line of scrimmage.
That's number 14, Deion Smith, out there from his left end position. Number 24, linebacker Javosky Levitt on the initial coverage. And a good job by the Cavaliers to hold that play to actually going to throw him for a yard loss, Jack.
That's the way you want to start a drive if you're the Callaway Cavaliers. Second down now. Jackson, this may be some of the best field position they've had in this ball game. They've stayed in the shotgun. I don't know if the quarterback's even gone under center at all tonight. Backs up the pass, airing it down the middle of the field. He's got a man out there. Almost picked off.
Number 22 for the Cavaliers there, Michael Moss, had that ball go right through his hands. That was Michael Moore have an easier pick than that right there. And it was almost went through his hands. It was caught by the wide receiver behind him. But luckily for the Cavaliers, it fell incomplete.
8:21 left to go in the third quarter. 39-6 is your score. Callaway leading this one. Welcome to all of you that may be in your cars after enjoying all the halftime festivities here at Callaway Stadium. A lot of folks are tuning us in now. Congratulations to all the homecoming winners. Homecoming queen walking by us, and then she's greeting many members of the crowd. And Keyshawn Freeman on the field greeting members of the Jackson Jaguars. We're going to throw a pass across the middle of the field, and he's going to make the reception, pay for it there at the 20-yard line, but a first down for Jackson.
That's one of the best throws of the night. Quarterback Moore, he took another big hit from the Callaway defense, but he dropped that ball right in between the linebacker and the defensive back. An excellent throw that time, but he paid for it. He's still down on the ground back here around the 45-yard line.
Let's take a break real quick, Greg, as they're going to tend to him because I think he's shaking up on that play. The Callaway Cavaliers leading 39-6 with 8:14 left to go in the third. Listen to Callaway Cavalier football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football on 96.9, 1240, and on the World Wide Web, eagle1023.com. And bless your heart, the Jaguars looking like the Jacksonville Jaguars right now.
Quarterback Moore was able to get up and get off the field on his own power, but he's still a little tender over there. Looks like his back maybe, or he's trying to stretch it out, but he'll be out for at least a play. But back to the game, Jackson set up down on the Cavalier 22-yard line, first down and 10.
Got to talk about Moore again. He's a gamer because he's been hit hard in this ball game,
all night,
and he's still trying to find that open receiver down the field. And just real proud of the effort that he's given all night long. We're going to bring in number 39, Stanley Strong, as a quarterback. Oh, no, actually, Strong is going to be the lead blocker. It's going to be number 11, Jermaine Perkins. And he's going to be
Jermaine was a starting tailback, and he's moved to quarterback now. But good job that time by the Cavaliers. Number 25, Brandon Body from his linebacker position threw that play for about a 4 or 5 yard loss.
So second down and about 13. They'll huddle up back just about 5 yards off the ball. Break the huddle, make their way to the line of scrimmage, and these guys are tired. Bless their hearts. 7:23 left to go, and they're dragging around. Back to the shotgun snap. New quarterback. Going to roll to his right. Going to throw it towards the end zone. And there's going to be a bunch of Cavaliers down there. They're going to bat the ball away. Good job as they have great coverage back there in the secondary.
Good job that time by number 22. Again, Michael Moss. He was able to knock that one down. Had another opportunity for an interception. Instead, chose just to bat the ball down and bring up a third down and 13. It looks like quarterback Moore's coming back into the game.
It sure is.
Well, it's obvious that they do not have a backup quarterback.
No, because that was like I run over here and then I throw the ball. It wasn't anything smooth on that last play. So here they come back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Moore make his way onto the field. And they'll call a timeout, though, as they continue to try to drive inside against the Cavaliers. 39-6 with 7:08 in the third.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football as the Jackson Jaguars will make their way back to the field after the timeout. 7:08 left to go. 39-6 is your score. Callaway leading this one in the third quarter of play. Quarterback Moore back on the field. I'll have one back to his right. He's going to make an audible at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. They're going to give him an offsides. Completed pass at the 15-yard line. They're going to bring it down right there. So it gets a pretty good game, but it's still going to be third down and about 7.
That's a good catch that time. I believe that's was that number 6 or number 5 there, Jack? Can you tell?
Number 5.
Yeah, that's number 5 there.
Gusta.
Gusta, yeah.
And I think 6 was kind of right there on top of him when he got up. But
good coverage by Brandon Body that time. His linebacker position, just a good play that time on both sides.
Here comes Jackson once more. They take the snap. Quarterback on back up. Got some pressure. Throws again, and it's going to be in and out of the intended receiver's hands, and he just missed that ball.
Yeah, well, the throw was a little bit behind him. He had a man open out there, but wasn't able to complete it. So I don't know if that's going to be is that a turnover on downs?
Looks like it. Jaquan Swain was the one.
Yeah, here comes the Cavalier offense back on the field.
So 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Ball will rest on the 14-yard line. We're back on the field. Park still in the ball game. Starting offense still out there.
Brought big LeBron Zalea in at fullback, it looks like this time.
Uh-oh.
One of the things that Coach Wiggins does, guys, we talked about it all year. He rotates a lot of people, and the goal there is to keep everybody fresh in the fourth quarter.
I see Culpepper on the sideline. They're kind of enjoying the crowd a little bit as a toss sweep around the right side is going to go to the Cavaliers up to the 20. Nice about 5-6 yard run. Second down and 4.
One thing you like about that run there, Jack, the runner, I believe that's number 15 there. That's Cedric Maynard, sophomore running back there. We hadn't called his name a lot tonight. That's one of his first carries, but did a good job of staying in bounds. I know it's early in the third quarter, but he continues to keep that clock rolling down to 6 minutes now. But had an opportunity to go out of bounds, but put that foot in the ground and turned upfield and got a nice gain.
Cavaliers break the huddle. So a man wide left and right. Parks stays in at quarterback. Back on the center with an I formation behind it. Backs up, reverses out. Hands the ball again to Maynard. Maynard following his blocks, just kind of riding them down the field. Picks up the first down and more at the 30.
I believe that's going to be a first down out there, Jack.
Yep.
Cedric Maynard doing a good job following his blocks off the left side over there behind tackle Harley Tabor over there. Devin Powell, left guard, and big number 9, Jalen Allen from his tight end position, picked up a first down for the Cavaliers.
Parks and team looking for a nice long drive. Run some time off this clock as they are enjoying homecoming 2013. And they're going to jump off sides and give us 5 yards. We'll take that.
Cavaliers doing a good job going on a long count that time, which allowed them to pick up an easy 5 yards there, bring up a first down and 5. Going to move the ball out to about the 33-yard line.
You know, Greg, you were talking about LeBron Zelaya coming in at fullback. He's a fire plug. My goodness gracious. He is a thick young man. And if you had, I tell you what, him lead blocking, I think I could pick up 5 or 6 yards.
I understand.
He's going to, actually, he's going to get the ball. He's not going to be stopped as he gets across the 45-yard line. Picks up a first down. It's like a cannon shot coming through the line of scrimmage.
That's that quick trap again. We're so used to seeing Devon Rosser run that play, but that time Bronze was able to get his hands on the ball. He hadn't had many carries this year. He's been mostly used as a blocker, but boy, he took advantage of that opportunity there as he picked up about a quick 20 yards, moved the ball out to just on the Cavalier side, the 50 to about the 47-yard line.
So another first down for the Cavaliers with 4:53 left to go in the third. 39-6 your score. Split man wide to this near side. Parks will go into the center with the I formation behind him. He'll reverse out. Keep the ball. Rolls to his right, looking downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. Pass looked like it was intended for number 9, Jalen Allen.
Yeah, had Allen open that time. If Tez had it to do over again, he would probably square his shoulders up and throw the ball. Try to throw that ball moving to his left, to his right, which is a tough throw. But, a good job that time. Had an opportunity for a play, but that's going to bring a good job by the defense over there on Jackson to have that ball fall incomplete.
4:37 left to go in the third. Cavaliers break the huddle. Some younger players will get those names out for you in just a second coming in on the field. Some pretty clean-looking jerseys. Parks reverses out. He'll hand the ball off to his tailback. He's going to go across the 40. Just stumbles down to the 35-yard line. Great explosive speed that time by Maynard.
Cedric Maynard is a young sophomore tailback who you're going to hear a lot of in his career at Callaway. Number 23 that time, Reeves Payne from his wide receiver position with a good stalk block. Helped that play gain almost 20 yards. And now the Cavaliers are on the Jackson side about the 41-yard, about 36-yard line, looks like. First down and 10.
You know, Greg, Tony, as I look down the field, something I noticed last night, Chip Metters, the principal over at Troop High, on the sidelines, cheering on the boys and encouraging the young ladies in the cheerleading squad. Lauren Wilson, the principal here at Callaway, she's also on the sidelines. It's great to see the administration being a part of the ball game tonight, as it's going to be Zelaya gets a call this time. Gets about 2, 2nd and 8.
That time Jackson was able to step into that trap and hold it to about a 2-yard gain, but that's really the first time tonight they've stopped that play. You mentioned Principal Wilson. We were giving her a hard time. I don't know if you guys saw her on film back during the troop game. When Tez Parks was going down that sideline, Ms. Wilson was racing him down this sideline. We happened to catch her on film, so we're pretty sure she could kept up with Tez in a 100-yard dash on that one. So we're proud of her athletic ability, not only her ability to run a school, but her athletic skills are unmatched.
I like it. Back to the I for Parks. Takes the snap, steps back. They'll hand the ball to Maynard. Maynard to the left side. Great blocking ahead of him. Escapes the tackle, escapes another tackle. Takes about 4 of them to bring him down at the 15-yard line. And guys, I'll tell you what, he wants a touchdown.
What a good-looking play that time. That looked like the old Washington Redskins counter tray as they pull both guards. And you see Courtney Lake going around that left side, Brandon Sutton. And let's mention number 34, Devin Brock, young wide receiver for the Cavaliers, who also had a big pancake block on his defensive back. Again, another one of those stout blocks. And that's one of those things that I'm sure Coach Donay is going to point out on the film how important to these young receivers are. The ability to block will get you playing time.
Woodyard's going to roll out to the far side. Parks will go into center, back to the eye. Takes the snap, runs the option down the line of scrimmage. Hands it off to his fullback. He's going to get down close to the 6-yard line.
That's fullback number 25, Brandon Body. His first carry tonight. He's backup linebacker on defense. Had a lot of playing time, so getting a lot of fresh legs in there. Looks like Tez Parks is coming out for the night. And Dre Martin's going to take over for the rest of the game, the quarterback.
23, Reeves Payne in there as a wide receiver. He'll split out. A lot of times you can tell the young folks coming in because they're really excited as they run to the line of scrimmage. All right, here we go. There's a snap. And a little problem there as the play is whistled dead. We'll see who that's going to be against.
Procedure call against the Cavaliers, I believe.
So Mark comes over to the sideline, talks to his coaches, gets a little encouragement. 2nd down and 7 now. They'll wind the clock, 2:11 left to go in the third. Martin will go back to the huddle. Let the guys know what the plan is for this one. They'll break the huddle, head back to the line of scrimmage. We'll go under center, and Jackson kind of smells a new quarterback back there. Take the snap and lose the snap. Get back down on it. Let's see. Do the Cavaliers get it?
Still down there. Looks like Cavaliers might have caught a break on that one, and the play actually gained about 5 yards. So.
Actually, Martin just kept squeezing it forward, was able to slide forward and fall on that one. But I think Napier's given him earlier in Wiggins came out and gave him a quick lesson in feet technique, and he had actually backed up with the wrong foot to start with, and he got to dust the cobwebs out a little bit, boys.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since he played quarterback. I'm sure he'll get it right on this snap.
Martin goes back up the center, eye behind him. Takes the snap, sits back, hands the ball to Maynard. Maynard's be tackled from behind, brought down. It's going to be 4th down. Guys, it's kind of an interesting choice that coaches have made with Martin in this pretty difficult situation as you're driving in. Got some fresh legs out there, but Jackson trying to keep us out of the end zone. Now we're going to bring the field goal team out.
Like Milliman might be going to try this one, guys.
And this is going to be big for Hunter's confidence. He's had some problems with some extra points, but this is going to be about a 29-yard field goal, and hopefully he'll be able to stick this one in there. It'll do his confidence a world of good.
Yeah, I don't think it's distance he's going to worry about. It's that whole left and right thing. Snap, hold, kick is up, high kick.
It's going to be wide left, isn't it?
Yep, it's going to go off to the left. And so the Cavaliers will turn the ball over with 25 seconds left to go in the third. Let's keep it here before we go to the break between quarters. Nice little drive. A lot of time taken up there. About a 6-minute drive.
Right. I'm sure Coach Wiggins would have loved to have seen some points out of that drive right there, but he has to be happy with his offense. He's getting an opportunity to play a lot of kids tonight, a lot of meaningful reps. Reps are different in practice and in the game, Jack. You know that, and to be able to get some reps in a game is very important for these kids' development.
Well, it's a lot of fun hit somebody that's on your team.
Speaking of reps, Tez is down here begging Hubbard to put him in defense, and he said, "I ain't gonna do it. Just go sit down."
No, I think we don't want him hurt right now.
Take the night off, especially with a big game next week up in Chapel Hill, I believe, next Friday night.
Sure is. Here's the snap. We're gonna hand the ball going around the right side. Nice little ball on the ground. Let's see who's got it.
Callaway ball.
All right. Now Parks is going to go over to coach and say, "Look, give me one more shot at the end zone."
No, Napier told him, "Go sit on the bench. You're not going back in." I'm telling you, he's begging. He's not going to go back in.
Not sure who fell on that ball and made that tackle. Greg, I don't know if you can see it from your vantage point, but I believe that was out there, number 21 for the Cavaliers. R.J. Williams was in on the play. I see him getting a lot of pats on the helmet. So a good job that time by the Cavalier defense to force a fumble. And opportunity now to go in and get some more points as they set up shop on the, was that 17-yard line, Greg?
17-yard line. Got a lot of fresh bodies in there this time. So let's see if Martin can lead them to 6 points.
Martin's going to take the snap. Reverse his angle. Going to turn inside. Good choice as he gets down to the 10-yard line. Hold on to the ball.
Oh, you said that right, Jack. He kind of carrying that thing like a loaf of bread, and it's just sitting it out there. Anytime you let that thing get away from your body like that, somebody can swipe that thing out. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
All right, going into the fourth, 39-6 is your score. Callaway leading this one. We got one more quarter left to play. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. We take pride in serving our customers. There are no gimmicks.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, and as we're watching the Cavaliers go out on the field, Tony saw something really neat by Tez Parks.
Tez coaching up his backup Dre Martin for this drive and this play.
Martin is going to drop back. He'll be flushed out of the pocket, trying to evade. He's going to lose a lot of yardage back to the 35-yard line, and that's a little inexperience will get you.
Yeah, that's just strictly inexperience right there. That's probably a ball. If he had to do over again, he'd throw it away. Cost his team a lot of field position right there. And, but again, this is a learning process, and he'll learn from that. And Coach Napier will make sure he learns from it. So got good pressure that time from Jackson as they brought everybody. The Cavaliers tried to roll to the right and throw a little pass, and he got immediate pressure in his face, and he tried to reverse his field and just couldn't get away.
Well, Tez could have told him, I'll do it like I would, and, Tez might have escaped that.
And that may have been what he was telling him.
Well, I was reading Nate. Run. We got some running next week.
Uh-oh. Back to the eye. Martin will take it. He's going to go down the line of scrimmage, keep it, turn up field, get to the 30. And
dangerous pitch there by
Cedric
Martin. Dre's going to have Coach Wiggins. Coach Wiggins won't have a hair left on his head if he look at him. He scratches his head now. And Dre's going to give Coach Wiggins some nightmares here. But you can see the skill, and Dre Martin's going to be a good quarterback for the Cavaliers. Again, he just lacks the playing time and the experience. And he's been Tez's back up for a while. If I'm not mistaken, I think Dre is a 10th grader, only a 10th grader. So he's got 2 years ahead of him, and they're going to be 2 good years. And I think the Cavalier fans have a lot to be excited about.
Let's think about Tez. He backed up for his brother. A few years in his shadow, and then stepped up and has played great for 2 years.
Right.
And we can see the very same thing with Martin.
That's exactly right.
Martin takes the snap, and we got some procedure calls there.
This comes with repetition.
Yep. Cavaliers will be backed up 5 again. Back up enough, we have to punt the ball in a minute, guys. Ball rests now on the 31-yard line. 4th down.
And I guess, Jack, you expect this kind of thing. The time and the continuity is not there amongst these gentlemen who are trying to get some playing time in.
It really is that.
Right.
Martin's going to evade, throw downfield, high pass, throw him to the end zone. A lot of people jumping up to get it. It's going to be picked off down there at the 5. Actually, from a field position standpoint, that's not a bad play.
A good job that time by number 10 for
Jaquain Swain.
Jaquain Swain down there for Jackson, as he made a good play on the ball. And as you said, Jack, That's going to serve the purpose of a punt. Jackson's going to be set up inside the 10-yard line down about the 8. So good defensive stand right here by the Cavaliers, and they get the ball right back.
Clock does stop at 9:52. 39-6 your score. Callaway leading this one. Against a run again. Jackson will make their way back on the field while ball resting on the 8-yard line. Still have some trouble to get some personnel out on the field for Jackson. Here they go from deep in their own territory. The quarterback is still in there, number 14. He's done a tremendous job all night long. Takes a snap. Going to throw across the middle. Complete to his intended receiver, number 5. And that's Gusta.
Gusta caught that ball right across the middle for about a 4-yard gain and actually went back 3 yards. But luckily for them, they're going to give him forward progress. It's only going to be a gain of about 1.
Keelan Moore at the quarterback. I'll tell you, if he doesn't get player of the game from the Jackson sideline,
really,
I mean, he has just been there the whole ball game. A pretty steady young man. He's taking a beating because, when you run a wide open backfield like that with everybody out to receive, you got anybody to help you.
Well, you bring the blitz. There's no backs in there to help with the blitz. It's all on your old lineman. So you're right, Jack. You expose your quarterback to a lot of big hits.
They call a timeout on the field. We take one as well. 39-6 your score with 8:43 left to go. You listen to Callaway.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Peggy Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
And online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football.
39-6 your score. 8:43 left to go in this contest. Quarterback Moore takes the snap. Callaway has a blitz coming on. He's going to go into his end zone now, have to run it out, gets to the 10. It'll be brought down at the the 15-yard line, and a nice open field tackle by the Cavaliers.
Looks like he's going to be down on the ground again. Jack looks like he took a big hit, but he's popping right up again. Maybe he was just taking a break. That's the way Jim Brown used to get up off the ground. One of the greatest running backs in NFL history. You thought he was not going to be able to get up, but on the next play he'd run for about 40 yards. So, pressure that time from the Cavaliers by number 51 there, Levi Emery from his left end. He was just able to escape and got out for a big first down.
61 Thomas Hodge, a freshman, doing a good job out there. Strike that is 51. That's Levi. That's who you were just talking about. It looked like a 6 from here. Get my binoculars back out. Quarterback Moore is going to throw it, complete his pass. They're going to pick up a first down to the 24-yard line.
Got a lot of young players in there for the Cavaliers now. I see number 82 out there, 9th grader Ben Griffin is the left defensive end over here.
Chris Griffin's son.
That's exactly right. Let's see who else we got out there. I see a number 56. Maybe 2 56s in. Courtney Lay is 1, but I see the 56 or 50. That is 58. I'm sorry. That's Nick Bishop. Nick's playing defensive tackle.
32 Jay Fuller out there in the linebacker position.
Bobby and Brenda's son. Glad to see him getting some reps. Number 44 in for the Cavaliers at linebacker, Michael Freeman.
Moore going to take the snap. Throw to the flats, complete. It's going to complete to Lorenzo Smith. Smith's going to pick up a first down across the 35-yard line. Clock continues to tick at 7:11.
Looks like Coach Wiggins has got a lot of 9th graders in the game right now getting some reps. You see number 75, Kerrick Foster in the ball game. Again, we mentioned Levi Emery, number 42 from his linebacker. With number 42 there, he's so good, he doesn't even have his name by his number.
85, David Troy.
Yeah.
Have him there.
We've already called Nick Woodger's name, number 72. Number 17, he's over at the right corner.
And, Nick's played a lot at split end tonight.
Right. Number 85 in the game, another 9th grader, David Troy. He's at the left cornerback out here.
Morrison takes the snap, backs up the pass, throws a nice high, beautiful pass, complete across the 50 to the 47. He gets down to the 44-yard line. And that was just a really nice pass.
Yeah, found a little hole in the middle of the field that time, right behind the linebackers and in front of the safety. So was able to drop it in for about a 20-yard gain to get the Jaguars out past the 50-yard line on the Cavalier 44.
31 Aquarius Beasley going to step off the field. Number 6 free safety back there.
I'm sorry, Jack. Number 16, Dylan Johnson in at free safety. Another ninth grader.
And he'll get an opportunity to do something here. It's been a passing attack in this last few plays for the Jackson Jaguars. There's a snap. And once again, he's going to step back looking. Air it out all the way down the field. Got a receiver there, but we also have some Cavaliers down. And that's going to be an offensive pass interference,
I think that's going to be the call right there. The wide receiver just ran up the back of the Cavalier defender. So I think they're probably going to call offensive interference there against Jackson.
That's 17. Nick Woodyard, he was stride for stride with him. Did a good job there on the coverage.
Yeah, and that is a call. That's a good call by the official right there.
5:36. The clock does stop on the penalty. 39-6 is your score. We'll back them up a little bit. We're marking off from the line of scrimmage there. 15 yards.
That's a big penalty there.
That's a real big penalty.
Yeah.
That hurts a lot of the momentum that Jackson had trying to get down on the field.
Boy, that's going to bring up about first down and, 25, 30 yards. I don't know if there's a play in the playbook for that, Jack. I'm not sure. Well, now they have had a couple. If you drop back, throw it as far as you can. They have had some success with that play tonight. So
Woodyard again from his corner position did a good job that last time. He's going to throw it across the middle. That's that same pass that they've completed several times. Good job by the receiver. He's hit, spun around, and gets down to the 40. So they're going to pick up about 20 yards that they needed to the 40 to get second down and 5.
You know, Jack, when he has time to throw the ball, he's put the ball on the money a couple of times. That was a good-looking throw, good-looking route. A good job that time by Jackson. They continue to compete.
Emery will roll off the field. See R.T. Williams, number 21, out there, stepping up into coverage. A little more time. He's going to air it out in a nice little pass over the left shoulder of the intended receiver. But tell you what, now his receiver's kind of stepping up here. Of course, now it's a little too late with 4:43 left to go.
Right, little wheel route that time by the wide receiver. Got a mismatch on the linebacker out there, number 51, Levi Emery. So Levi did a good job to stay with him and keep him out of the end zone right there. But Jackson's put together a good drive here against Callaway's backups. They've got the ball 1st and 10 on the Callaway 15-yard line.
Jackson breaks the huddle. 1st and 10. Ball rests on the 15-yard line. Lauren will take it back up to pass. Throw it. Just a nice soft pass is going to sail over the head of the intended receiver. He's been targeting Jaquan Swain the entire night.
And just as soon as we say what a great throw and catch, he throws one there that probably should have been complete. You know, so he's been a little bit inconsistent. But again, you have to give the Cavaliers credit. The pressure that he's been under all night long has not really allowed him to get comfortable and get into a zone.
They'll wind the clock.
Yeah, looks like the clock is running.
Yep. Jackson back to the line of scrimmage. Receivers taking their time to get there. They're back up to pass again. Very deep drop back. They'll be flush to the right. Throws a laser right at the play clock in the end zone.
And again, had a receiver down there open in the end zone. And again, just put a little too much mustard on that one and throw sailed on him.
3:33. Time continues to tick. They'll be running this off from the Mercy roll now. 39-6 is the score. Late in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you listening to us on 96.9, 1240, and on the World Wide Web out there at eagle1023.com. And this will be a great ball game to go back and watch there on the World Wide Web. Some great plays by the Cavaliers tonight.
Got to get some of these ninth graders, number 81, Delvin Lindsay, number 89, Ty Turner, 9th and 10th graders getting in the ball game for the Cavaliers.
Moore will take the snap, step back, throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. And he had a touchdown that he missed right there by overthrowing his receiver.
Yeah, the defensive back fell down that time on coverage, and he had a wide open receiver. He just missed him.
Was that one of those situations where I'm beat, so I'm going to fall down, or was that actual fall?
Well, a lot of times those yard markers will jump up there and grab you, especially when you,
Coach, I failed right there.
Yeah, when you don't have a lot of experience, you get excited and you get your feet tangled up. And I think that's one where the yard marker actually knocked him down on that one. But, again, it was incomplete, so they're able to play another game.
2:23 left to go. Back up to pass again is Moore. Moore going to air it out to the end zone. Got a man. Does he make the catch?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah, he did. Right there in the end zone. And several defenders back there, but giving up a little bit of height advantage and nice hands on the part of the Jackson Jaguar right there. So they'll put another score on the board. That was number 2. Lorenzo Smith. He's been our go-to receiver for Jackson tonight.
And again, we mentioned Callaway's got a lot of 9th and 10th graders and backups in the game. A lot of numbers I'm trying to read here. Jack can't really figure out who that was. The Cavaliers had a couple of men in position to make a play, just didn't knock the ball down.
They'll back at the pass, going for 2. Throw across the middle. Going to be complete. They'll pick up the 2-point conversion. So 2:10 left to go. It's 39-14. Let's go ahead and take a quick 30-second break. Back to the station on Callaway Cavalier Sports here on Eagle Sports.
It's tough out there, trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one. It means cutting cost, and one of the best places to start is at the office of State Farm agent Matt Orr.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
Back to Callaway Cavalry football. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this contest. 39-14 is your score right now. We'll have Dre Martin go back in. He'll be deep for the Cavaliers. Garber will remain out of the ball game right now. Look for a onside kick, because that's pretty much all they've done tonight. We'll be kicking off left to right. If you're looking at your radio dial. Front line ready to take anything that comes. A little indecision on the part of the Jackson Jaguars.
I think they're trying to determine which side they want to kick it to, Jack.
So there's the onside kick. Goes to 10 yards. It'll go. Actually, it's a live ball. Then you get on it. And the Cavaliers do get on it.
Wow. Boy, Jackson really had an opportunity to get on that one right there, and the Cavaliers are awfully lucky they recovered that football.
Kind of surprised that we didn't walk up a group of guys, Greg.
Well, I'm sitting here looking in the coach's box, and wow, the guys just kind of just stunned. And luckily for Callaway, they did recover it. But man, that's good though. So we'll take it.
They need to expect an onside. I just about had to.
Well, it's kind of like their running game tonight. They're not going to run it. They're not going to kick it deep.
A lot of young 9th and 10th graders getting some valuable varsity experience tonight, and as you can see, with a little bit of indecision and inability to get everybody on and off the field. But
come on, Levi, let's go.
And exciting. It's homecoming, and kids getting an opportunity to play that wouldn't play. Number 16, Dylan Johnson, young 9th grader, is going to be a quarterback here for the Cavaliers now.
Checks his line, goes under center, takes a snap, tall sweep. It's going to be Maynard. Cuts back inside. Going to get to the 45-yard line, and they'll stop him there. Clock continues to tick with 1:17 left to go.
Cedric continues to run the ball hard. He's had 2 good weeks in a row. Jack, and when you look at the depth that Callaway has at a lot of positions, he's going to be awfully important as the Cavaliers get ready to make their run into the region.
He's running well, too, behind a second-string offensive line.
Yes, he is. Young Dylan Johnson's going to be the player you're going to like to watch later on in his career, too.
Johnson takes the snap. They'll keep it cut up inside. Great read. He's mixed the first down and more. Look at that young man go to the 40-yard line.
He is a tremendous athlete, Jack. He's the grandson of Tony Williamson in Holdenville, and he's got a lot of skills. His forte, right? He's best known for his baseball skills. He's a left-handed pitcher, great hitter, but he's just an athlete. He's going to be a good player for Cavaliers down the road.
They break the huddle. Probably the last play of the ball game. 24 seconds left to go. Back to the eye for Callaway. I tell you what, these guys would love to hit the end zone right here. Come back up, toss sweep going around the right side. And still on our feet to the 35, down to the 30. 11 seconds.
I'm sorry, Jack. That's number 36, Tyreek Frazier, and I believe that's going to be the last play of the game.
That'll do it. That's it. Begin to make their way across the field to shake hands with the folks from Jackson. Jackson was lined up before the play was over on the far side.
Well, I'm sure those some tired young men over there. They're probably anxious to get on that bus and get that hamburger and get headed back to Atlanta. So, but a good job by the Cavaliers on homecoming, Jack. 39-14. Cavaliers moved to 1-0 in the region, and a good way to get that region schedule started.
3-1 on the season. That is a great way to get things going. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll see if Greg can catch Coach Wiggins down the field after the big victory here at homecoming 2013 on 96.9, 1240 on the World Wide Web at Eagle1023.com.
Hi, friends. Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. We take pride in serving our customers. There are no gimmicks or tricks to get you into our doors. We're the dealership you can trust. Shop with us and see the difference. Right now, all Kia Souls must go to make room for the arrival of a totally transformed 2014 Soul. The 13 Soul starts as low as $14,400 and is backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Come test drive a Soul today. KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football. Has a big win for the Callaway Cavaliers tonight, 39-14 over Jackson out of Atlanta. They came down here, and as Tony said, I imagine they're ready to get back on that bus and start heading back up to get them a hamburger and go to bed.
Well, as Greg mentioned when we first went on the air, they didn't have a lot of kids, only about 40 kids tonight, and you really have to give them a lot of they competed for 4 quarters. Like they hung in there. They did the best they could, but again, they were just outmatched by the Cavaliers tonight. Cavaliers got a lot of weapons on offense, and they played well. A lot of things to improve on as you try to get better each week as we go into a big road region game next week up in Chapel Hill. And Jack, that's a place I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying. Well, I got to figure out where it is. So I may have to leave about Tuesday or Wednesday to get up there. So.
That's actually up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
This will be a big road game.
Yeah, we better leave now.
Big reach.
Yeah.
So we look ahead to that ball game. That Tony, of course, will be there. He'll be on the air on the World Wide Web. We'll be streaming that ball game there, so you can see it live there on the internet. Greg and I will be actually here at Callaway Stadium as the Troop High School Tigers will have a ball. Actually, no. We'll be at Sandy Creek.
Well, Jack, I want to make sure y'all understood now. That wasn't a Johnny Manziel money thing. That was a Greg Hicks. Money I'll come up there now. Otherwise,
So don't leave me alone in Sandy Creek. Okay, just don't do that.
Hey, what did we get tired of hearing a few years back? The Creek. Oh, man. The way they're putting numbers on the board. Woo, we're going to be a lot of creeks up there. I know Mud Creek's going to be up there.
There you go. Greg's milling around trying to catch up with coaches. A lot of folks want to see him and congratulate him after this ball game. It's a big win. A lot of the families, especially with these seniors, are enjoying this event, Homecoming 2013. And guys, I tell you what, we talked about the things to improve on. A couple of things just jump out to me. Special teams won because they had a couple of nice returns come back against us. And again, penalties. Oh my goodness gracious, at least 10 tonight. And we got to make sure we cut those things out.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jack. You can't do those against a good football team and expect to win. Tonight, the Cavaliers got away with it, but that's one of the many things I think that Coach Wiggins and his staff will work on next week. The penalties you can correct. That's just a matter of self-discipline and taking care of business on your end. The kicking game, the coverage team had a couple of lapses tonight. The extra points and field goals, those looked a little better tonight. Hunter Milliman doing a great job kicking the football off.
He got better and better.
Yes, he did. He continually pinning Jackson deep in their own territory. Chase Freeman came in. I think he was probably 3 for 5, 4 for 6 in extra points. Had a couple other young men do. The kicking game is still a work in progress.
Well, actually, Hunter may be leading in tackles with two big
that's
tackles.
true, yeah. And let's not forget how big a play those were. Those were touchdown-saving tackles.
Yep.
So, if he doesn't make those plays,
it's a very different ball game.
Yes, it is. It certainly is. But again, a good overall win. The Cavaliers will take it and go back to work next week and improve and get ready for a big region road game up in Chapel Hill next Friday night.
It's one you kind of expect when they do the film session, they'll run that back a few times. Making those on the field.
Hunter hopes they do. Where he can continue to make. He'll have 4 tackles by the end of the week now.
Greg in green and a sea of red out there in the middle of the field, trying to catch up with Coach Wiggins as he's really enjoying. A lot of folks are congratulating him after this big win for homecoming. And
actually, I think he's watching his young girl run inside the red zone.
Well, yeah, he's down there with his dad now, and Monroe, his gorgeous little daughter there, his and Amy's daughter, but she's loose down there on about the 20. Amy's trying to corral her in. Yes, she can. She got good feet. Takes after Pete, I guess. So, she's. Hey,
I corralled him a little bit. Congratulations, Coach. Always nice to win homecoming.
Great win. I'm proud for the kids. We had a great week of practice, and it makes a difference on Friday night. So big win for our senior class, and I'm just really proud for the Callaway community.
Homecoming King. Who got that one? You got the news on that one yet?
Keyshawn Freeman, as far as I know. I'm proud for him, and I'm proud for his family. A great kid and great leader, and not only on our football team but in our school.
Oh, absolutely. We everybody's proud of that young man. But you guys had a lot of scoring opportunities tonight. It's nice to see that and try to catch.